Yo, 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 it's your boy Blaze McCoy. What a week in pro wrestling, dudes and dolls out there. People, this is going to be a fun show. We got a lot of stuff to cover. We're going to have some fun with it as always, but welcome to the show. You're tuned into Blaze Radio Network and the WrestleSense podcast channel here on YouTube. If you're not already subscribed to both, please do us a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up for us. It's absolutely free. I've talked about it during some of my streams on my channel as well. The more likes we can get, the more we get this stream pushed out to the public so we can get some new faces in here, have a little fun tonight, and talk some wrestling with some of the boys from the WrestleSense podcast. Ray's not going to be here tonight. He's on work traveling, and but we're going to have some fun regardless. As always, let's check the chat. PFW Tito in the building, as always. Appreciate you, my friend. Wally's in the house as well. Yeah, SummerSlam is one of the shows we will be talking about later on. It's kind of like a WrestleMania weekend. There's so much going on. We'll talk about Starrcast. We'll talk about Flair's last match pay-per-view on Sunday, SummerSlam, and a couple other shows going on as well. Let's see who else. We got Clinton in the building. Good to see you, Clinton. Thank you for the share. You are the man. Cody's in the building. CH Gaming. Good to see you, my friend, as always. Appreciate the support. Big time. Lady Devil. Today, more than ever, I appreciate the support you guys have given me here on this channel. Brandon Ace from Baltimore popping in. Good to see you. The Charm City player in the house. From all the way to the other side of the country, the planet, I'm sorry, Andy Price is in the building. Mark Caliber, glad to have you as well. Brady Plays, thanks for being a part of the community as well. My upgrade to the new computer, I'm loving it. It's been long overdue, and I thank the members, those who have super chatted and donated to the channel, and just everyone who's been a part of this since October 30th, 2017. And we're going to do this for as long as we can going forward. Appreciate each and everybody stopping in the chat. We're going to have a little fun. Let's bring on the boys and do this, my friends. Doc, what's happening?
What's going on, man? I'm excited. It's been an amazing week in wrestling, so I'm excited to talk about a lot of things.
You think there's ever been a week like this in wrestling?
Never.
No, I mean between.
I don't know, man, because when Vince bought WCW, that was a huge
true.
step too. So I mean, like I said, I'm just excited to get talking. I got some historic facts that
Sweet.
people don't know. So
But back then when
what's
that
up,
happened,
everybody?
we didn't have wrestling every night of the week like we do now. I really think it's striving, and I think with some of the news that we're going to be talking about, even more great stuff is ahead. Holy piss! Who is that?
An upgrade.
What up, guys?
I ruined it all. Oh, it's Doink and Mark
He's
Henry
not
had a
in
baby.
the car. Thank God, we're good.
Nah,
Yeah,
That is an actual Killer Clowns from Outer Space mask, which is awesome.
What do you think?
Don't be
That's
confused by the
amazing.
mask or his name. That is our resident heel, Easy E, in the building. How you
He's
doing,
a better
brother?
lover than Val Venus.
Damn straight. What's up, guys?
I never had sex with Val Venus, so I can't really compare. So
Yeah, very,
I
very.
plead the
let me know.
fifth.
Yeah.
I need the money.
Hey, you said it right. Has there been a better time in wrestling? Oh hell no.
A lot of people bitch about the ratings aren't as big and this and that. I really think, like back in the day, WWE used to get 6s and 7s in the ratings and stuff, and now they're flirting with 2 and that. But it's still huge right now, and I think a lot of the news we're going to talk about is going to bring back a lot of wrestlers, fans too.
Hey, look,
Drum monkeys in the house. Or you should drum roll, my friend. He wants your mask. There you go. Why do you people like Easy E so much? I don't get it.
You know what? It's always cool to love the hill, right?
Yes, indeed. I saved someone for last because
Wait, it's not me.
no, I saved someone for last because we're celebrating his born day. Happy birthday!
What is
EJ.
going on? Easy E, I got my popcorn gun ready.
There you go.
Oh geez,
Dude, I love
geez.
that mask.
Hey,
It is pretty dope.
I have
like
that
it.
movie on DVD, actually.
I did my rant last week and Easy agreed on me. So me and Easy are starting to agree on a lot of stuff. It's kind of scary. Very scary time in wrestling.
Well, I mean, great minds think alike, right?
So we have a lot to talk about. And
wait, it's surprising before you say anything. Guess what I did this week?
what's that?
I actually watched AEW from start to finish.
Wow. We're going to talk about that. We're going to hit up ROH, AEW, WWE, and
Thanks, Wally.
Starrcast. So get ready for a nice, very jam-packed
Yeah.
edition today. But I think we ought to owe our friend a little birthday celebration first. Here.
No, please no.
That's right. Yeah.
Please
So I got you a cake.
no. Oh, Jesus.
It's your favorite type of cake, and we're going to sing you happy birthday.
No, please.
Here's your cake.
What is that?
That's a
Yeah, I got you a weenie cake. So
Oh,
'cause you're a
oh
weenie.
man.
I didn't have a cake, so a dick cake is what you get.
Yeah,
And,
a good thing I don't like hot dogs. But...
yeah, everybody in the chat wish him a happy birthday. We got
Thank you,
people
thank
already
you.
wishing you happy birthday.
Are we gonna
Appreciate
sing
it.
horribly?
No, please don't sing.
I'm gonna sing. Yeah, we're gonna sing. Whether you ready? Wait. 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday
Cha-cha-cha.
to you.
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
CJ,
CJ.
Snapshot, Sensation, and all the other names you've had.
Happy birthday to you. From the hold on, wait. From the side.
There it is.
And many more. Blow it out, CJ.
You know what I look forward
Blow
to?
him.
Blow.
All right, there you go. Hey.
Wait, you guys both blew the same wiener.
You know what I look
Oh,
forward
They're
to?
wiener
Blue
brothers.
Wiener. Thank you.
Every year is getting my happy birthday mantis from Chris Hambrick.
Nice.
Oh
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
The
The
we
big
are.
4-1.
Oh, geez. Fuck Fuji's already in here. He's starting his
Thanks,
shit already.
thanks, Monstar. Appreciate it. Oh, Monstar, you're on my side. What the hell?
I love it.
From the
I love it.
So we are missing one person, but he did want to send his regards to CJ.
Yeah, I talked to him earlier.
And we got another surprise for you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This was put together earlier today
Okay.
for you, CJ. And I threw a little idea at Doc. He ran with it.
Okay.
So without further ado, we got some special people to wish you happy birthday, bro. Here
Oh,
we go.
Christ.
CJ Sensation. my tag team partner, one of my best friends, you Miley Cyrus loving piece of happy birthday. You're probably going to firebomb me for your birthday.
Yeah.
Birthdays are a lot different now than they were a decade ago, whenever I used to have to carry your drunk ass in the house and explain to Sandy Beaches where your pants were. Happy birthday,
true.
man.
So true.
Hi, this is Tony Kincaid, Prospect Pro Wrestling and Renegade Wrestling Alliance color commentator, wishing CJ Sensation, the greatest ref in Pittsburgh professional wrestling, a happy birthday. Doc asked me to film some words on you. He told me to roast you, but why would I roast someone who I admire and respect so much in this business? Kind of makes me question what Doc is even thinking, because CJ can literally beat the crap out of him twice.
From the side.
From the side.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know.
Yes,
But
I love
CJ,
it.
happy birthday, buddy. You are awesome. You've taught me so much in this business. I appreciate everything you've ever taught me, and I look forward to working with you as long as, God willing, lets me work in the business and work in companies that you grace as well. So I appreciate you so much, and that's coming from Tony Kincaid and Tony. So love you, buddy. Thank you so much. Happy birthday. From the side.
I love it.
CJ, brother man, happy birthday from the side. Love you, brother. See you soon.
Craig, CJ, Sensation, Horsecock Johnson, everything they call you. Just messaging you for this podcast to wish you a happy birthday. And we're some of the old dogs left, man. So I can't really rag on you because I'm probably, at least 5 years younger than you, and I look like shit. So you got that going for you. Happy birthday, bud.
Hey everybody, it's Julia Lynn here. This message is for CJ Sensation, the sensation across the nation. Hey, I just wanted to wish you a very happy birthday. I'm very blessed and honored to not only consider you as a coworker, but as one of my closest friends and confidants. So I just really hope that you have a wonderful birthday today, and I will see you soon.
Happy birthday, CJ. Think you need to have a drink.
Hey, y'all. Just wanted to wish Snapshot CJ Sensation a very special birthday. From the side, of course. Love you, you beautiful bastard. Mwah.
So I don't do the whole birthday thing, but I do acknowledge successful level ups. So CJ, you've gone 41 levels without dying, which is honestly impressive. More impressive from somebody who actually knows you. So let me know where you're putting your points at level 41.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Brandon K. We're here with my lovely wife, Christy K. And we just wanted to wish CJ Sensation, my old war buddy, old war buddy, happy birthday today, brother.
Happy birthday!
Welcome to the old man's club. And let me tell you, I know you're sore this morning. You're going to be sore every morning for the rest of your life from now on.
This is true.
True story.
Have a good birthday, guys. And have a good show, guys.
Happy birthday to Kid No CJ Sensation. As you can see, I forked out all the money in the world to get this amazing backdrop of my awesome and world-renowned yellow kitchen. Hope it's a good one, pal. Eat all the cake and stuff, or something.
What can I say about CJ Sensation? CJ, you and I have been up and down the roads together for years. No, we haven't. We've done hundreds of shows together. No, not that either. We've worked together. That definitely is true. I can definitely say that one. Okay, but jokes aside, CJ, ever since I broke into the business, I've had tons of respect for you. I wish you the best, a very happy birthday, and here's to some more possible memories that are going to happen. Enjoy, buddy. You deserve it.
Well. Somebody doesn't have a birthday today. It may not be my birthday, but like it's a busy day for me. I got some errands to run, some stuff to do. And even though it may be a busy day for me and I'm out here on the road, I'm still gonna risk my life even, I guess you could say, just to take a little time out of my day to make sure that I wish you a happy birthday, CJ, my man. I just want you to know, I don't call a whole lot of people my friend, let alone a brother, but I'm very happy to call you my friend, very happy to call you my brother. I'm very proud of the person you are and everything you've accomplished and continue to accomplish. I hope you have one hell of a birthday celebration as you deserve it, my friend. And can't wait to see you. Happy birthday, brother. I love you, man. Oh, and don't worry about the whole risk in life thing. Remember, I'm death proof. We're good. Happy birthday, man.
Love it.
Yo, CJ, it's your boy, Chris Taylor. Hey, first and foremost, happy birthday, man. You and I, we've got a lot of history together. We've had some good times in the ring, out of the ring, at your parents' house.
Sure.
Probably doing some things we probably shouldn't talk about here and now.
Very true.
But I miss you, man. I love you. Happy birthday. And always remember, RWA, find butts and dudes nuts.
Yes.
So apparently it is CJ Sensation's birthday, and Doc was kind enough to ask me to wish him a happy birthday and roast him a bit. And I'm not really sure how you're supposed to roast CJ Sensation for anything, honestly, for all the things he's done in his life. Being in wrestling for as long as he has been, everything coming in from the side.
Yes.
So the best I can do is wish you a happy birthday. Hope you enjoyed it, brother. Have a good one.
Hey, CJ, I just wanted to come in from the side to wish you a happy birthday.
This is the Rev Ron Hunt. Wanted to send you a quick video for your birthday, my man. Listen, we need to wish you a happy birthday from the side. So I just wanted to send you a quick happy birthday message, let you know I appreciate you for everything you've done, all the reffing, all the years in the business that you're giving back to the great people, not only in Pittsburgh, but throughout the tri-state area. So, happy birthday, CJ. And I'm going to have my people play a little mariachi for you from the side.
Hey, Bodie.
Happy birthday. You're a great referee. And from the side.
I love it.
That's amazing.
Hey guys, real quick, somebody could not get a video out, but they did type something for me to read to CJ.
Oh boy, here we go.
Happy birthday, CJ. The only thing you hit harder than your D is the mat while counting the 3. Love, HL Supreme.
Love it.
Wow.
I love it.
Wow.
Happy birthday, dude.
Appreciate it.
Big shout out to Doc for doing the legwork.
Yeah, thank you.
I threw this
was
together.
not expecting that.
By the
No,
way,
I'm
another
glad.
person told me to say happy birthday, fuck pig, Cole Carter.
Yes.
So,
I figured-
anyways, we're just going to go with that.
Said, fuck pig, yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
I brought it up to Doc earlier, and I was like, is there
I
anything,
appreciate it. I
is
really
there-
do.
Is there anything you might want to do? Any ideas? And he is like, I do have an, because I brought up a cameo. He was like, I got an idea. And then he was just like, he just starts sending me all these videos, labeling them.
Awesome.
It was, yeah, $5.
Wow.
There you have it. And
Yeah,
I didn't know you had that many friends, CJ.
I know, right? No.
Oh, he has a lot. He has a lot more. Like there was a guy that I did message, and I think is that why you asked me about earlier about revenge? Because I did message him today and asked him about this. All right.
I talked to him earlier. I was taking a poop at work.
Oh God! Did he give you the insight on what I was doing? Because
No, he
went
didn't.
ape
He
shit.
didn't. We
All
talked
right.
about something completely different. So.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah,
So
Here's-
definitely a big. That's amazing. I mean, it
Yeah,
almost
it
got
is.
me emotional. It's not even my birthday. It's just.
I am. Trust me,
man. You're really
Trust
loved,
me.
brother. You are really loved.
Yeah, you are really loved, dude. And the
I
thing
know.
is,
And
and
go ahead. I'm
respected.
sorry.
the thing is, you do so much for all of us in this business, and I'm talking not just the commentators, not just the other referees. You do everything for the workers too, and like you have no idea how much we love you and appreciate you. Even though you give us so much shit at times. I know. I have like there's a couple grays in here named CJ, and there's a reason for it. But the thing is, though, man, like I said, we all love you, and like it was it was just today, and like we put it together, man, and like I said, you make the whatever it is, wherever it's IWC, 2PW, anywhere, Revenge, man. You always keep us going. You're always a great locker room general, and we appreciate you. You don't know how much we do.
Thank you guys so much, and you've been told this by numerous amounts of people that have been in WWE, AEW, wherever. My goal, and I think everyone else that's in this business, your goal should be to, whenever you leave this business, whenever that may be, leave it better than you came into it. So that's what I try and do every day. So
well said.
And I'm going to keep doing that. I got some gas left in the tank.
Can From the Side be any more over?
I know.
Fuck no.
that was 17 people, and that was we could have got more if we did this earlier.
I know, today. From the Side at all of his events, you know.
CJ, from the first time, it's going to sound like I'm ready to date you. From the first time I saw you in the Uniontown VFW when you beat CM Punk to today, man, you're an amazing person. I appreciate
He put him over and loved it.
He did.
So here's a question for you. See, do you know who you share a birthday with?
I do. I found out.
Well, let me give you the list. See if I cover them all. Dana White.
I did not know that.
His birthday. Soldier Boy.
I did not know
that. Your birthday is you.
It means you're gonna have to kiss him through the phone.
Cain Velasquez.
Okay.
Wow.
Manu Ginobili from the San Antonio Spurs.
Okay.
Noam Dar, 28. Zaya Lee, 33.
Okay.
Sammy Guevara.
I knew that. That's the one I did
Nick
know.
Jackson from the Young Bucks.
Oh, I did not know that.
I knew you were a young buck.
Hey, Nick, your boy could use a job on the national TV scene.
Amen. So we're gonna get into wrestling. We got a lot to talk about. But that was a necessity. Once I saw that put together,
I really did. It meant the world to me. So thank you.
Yeah, that's a memory I'll never forget. It wasn't even my birthday, like I said. My birthday is August 22nd, so one more month.
Well, there we go.
I'll be 49.
We got plenty of time.
I don't got a bunch of wrestlers and stuff that can so we'll see.
From the podcast,
but I'm just
thank you, Blaze, for having a great birthday. And sorry.
Seriously though, I appreciate it. I'm the Ray's been involved. All you guys have been involved in Indian pro wrestling a lot more than me. I'm the fan and the host perspective. So I'm just blessed to be here. I was talking to Doc earlier about how I used to listen to the Real Deal podcast back in the day. I was like, that would be so much fun to do. And being able to do this.
What was that? WNBS? Is that what the
Blaze? The live person is I just sent him the link.
Cool.
So we'll.
But yeah,
if I see him in the back, I'll bring him on.
Yeah, whenever that happens, let me know because I have a little announcement on how to announce him into the show if you don't mind.
When I see him in the back, I'll let you know. So we might have another surprise for CJ.
Yeah.
So on last Friday was a big day in wrestling. I put together a little package about some of the things that went down on Friday. So I'm going to play that real quick. We'll talk about Friday, and then we'll get to the big reviews and previews. So let's make some sense of pro wrestling
from the side.
Well, we're going to hold that off because the man is here. We're going to bring in our special guest for CJ. So, Doc, you want to introduce him, or you have something?
Yeah, I do. I actually asked this guy to do a video, but he said he's too damn great that he's just coming on live to talk to you for your birthday.
Ladies and gentlemen, Santana Diamond.
Oh, yeah, brother.
I'm here.
Welcome, friend. Welcome.
Santana Diamonds, everybody.
It's good to see you.
Doing
Welcome
good, brother.
To the WrestleSense podcast. So, what special message do you have for CJ on his birthday?
I sent him a special honky tonk man thing on his Facebook today. You could ask him about that.
Yeah, I cannot confirm nor deny any of that.
Him and Honky Tonk Man had a interesting night in Michigan.
We did, Taylor, Michigan. WrestleMania weekend, I believe.
Let's scoop. Is there any details you can share? We're not PG or nothing here.
Let's just say.
Fuck.
Yeah.
CJ don't mind. I want the scoop on the podcast, man.
lot of shake, rattle, and rolling going that weekend.
Oh yeah. You were tagging each other in, huh?
Yeah, hot tag, brother. Hot tag. On the side.
Oh man.
Oh fuck.
It comes out live on the podcast. That's beautiful.
You're more than welcome to stay for the podcast, brother, if you want to hang out as long as you can.
I don't have a lot of time right now.
This man's the busiest man in professional wrestling.
I will see you August 5th, correct?
Yes, I will be there Friday.
Let's plug that match.
I'm trying to find a table, and I'm really struggling trying to find a table because I'm trying to do a table spot.
Oh.
So if anybody knows where I can get a table, I would really appreciate that.
All right, well, I'll just say this since, I'm going to be calling this thing. Good luck against Vic Braun, brother. It's 1-1 right now.
There's only one thick Vic in the Pittsburgh area, and that was Vic Adonis years ago. And Vic Adonis died as a male escort in Mexico. He gave his body and business. He gave his body and his life to the business, and he died in Mexico.
I remember saying that on commentary, yeah.
Yes. So, this one I'm taking very serious.
All right. So
look forward to it, brother. And go shoot some hoops or something. I know you're always hitting that b-ball up. Bring Hooven with you. Let's get the ETF back in action.
I have tried many times to get Dan Hooven to come. He says there's not enough interest, but I think this show, good possibility it could happen.
Oh boy,
I'm looking forward to it. We'll see you on
a street
August
fight.
5th.
Yes, a street fight. I think he's going to show up.
do I have to carry your bags in again?
If you want.
Oh.
Well, I tell you what, if you find me a table, we'll be good. You don't have to carry them.
I'm looking starting tomorrow, brother.
Yes, because I've been going around
Japan
looking.
Tables.
I would love to get any type of table, wooden table.
I'm sure we can find something here in wonderful downtown Uniontown.
A glass coffee table?
Hey, fine with me. I don't care.
He says, I'm not the one that's going through it, so.
I'm not the one going through it or cleaning the shit up. Marshall will have to do that.
Oh, no.
Just don't set anything on fire.
Oh, yeah.
And no pasta. No more pasta.
Yeah, I am so over that.
Yep. Because you know what? The business doesn't need. Never mind. I'm done.
No, it doesn't. We don't need no pasta matches. That was stupid.
Oh, jeez. Hey, you didn't get hit in the face with a cooked spaghetti. That's
you got hit in the face with a noodle?
Oh, no. It was a batch of noodles. Someone chucked it, and they ducked, and I got hit.
That's
I remember that. That was the same night I had another street fight with freaking Marshall and LaBelle and Archer. That was the same night.
Yeah, it was.
Because I was choking one of them with the noodle.
Noodle mania.
It was a crazy night. It was a crazy night.
I remember the pasta mania, the pasta death match or whatever.
What do you guys talk about on here?
Everything.
Everything.
And pro wrestling, both. We cover it all.
So how do you guys feel about this? I said this earlier today to somebody. I think Charlotte Flair is the greatest women's wrestler ever.
A lot of people.
How do you guys feel about that?
I agree.
I don't disagree with that at all.
I don't disagree at all.
Wasn't Moolah a more dominant wrestler for her time? Charlotte's lost the title more than she's won it.
I don't know anything. Wasn't Moolah like a prostitute or something?
A pimp. She was a pimp. She was a female fucking.
You know what? You're right. Yeah, she was.
Listen, that was when she was like 85 years old. I'll be a pimp at 85.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll have who was it? Mae Young who had a fucking hand to Mark Henry at 90? I'll do that and make 100,000. I'll do that.
She probably made more than that from the side.
Yeah, it was Mae Young and Moolah. They were like pimping girls out or something.
I had heard that, and I wasn't sure.
Hey, whatever gets you in the business. No,
she was a madam. Yeah,
from the side she was. She wrestled, but from the side she was a madam.
20's a 20, man.
A mouth's a mouth. Okay, so.
Oh, Jesus God.
From the side.
Yeah.
CJ, I'll save your cake for you, CJ, if you want to eat your
nice.
cake later on.
Oh, fuck. But yeah, I agree wholeheartedly about Charlotte Flair being probably the greatest of all time when it comes to women. Yes, I mean I think she's surpassed a lot of like the legendary women in the past, like the Wendy Richters. Wendy Richter did not have that great of a career. If you really want to get technical, like the Trish Stratus is the leaders. Those are the top. You know,
Charlotte's career's
like
not over yet
skill.
either. She might keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Think about
and
that.
I'm
Natty's
like
wrestling for how long?
skill wise too. She's amazing.
Yeah, she is. She's pretty spot on with everything.
But once again, the workhorse in Natalia Neidhart could be up in that because her longevity has been unbelievable. Charlotte
has been
for what, 10 years?
I've never been a Natty fan.
Wait, say that again.
Charlotte's been in the Fed, what, 10 years?
Not even.
You know, and Natty's probably been there 25 years now.
Yeah.
She's one of those that's like a good hand. They know they can rely on her, but she's never got that extra push.
She's
to stardom.
Yeah, she never got that push that Charlotte had.
Yeah.
I understand that, but we also in this podcast have said how great of a worker and that of Baron Corbin is, and we give Baron Corbin a lot of credit.
I love Baron Corbin.
I don't know a lot about him. I don't watch the product. I don't watch WWE, so I don't. I stopped watching years ago.
There you go.
People always have something negative to say about anybody.
Yeah.
But hopefully some change will be made. We'll be talking about that though here in a little bit.
I hope.
Yeah, we'll see.
With Vinnie Mac.
Yeah.
We'll see. We're going to cover that in a minute.
17 million.
And we got ROH, WWE, and Starrcast and Flair.
NDAs from the side.
Are you guys going to be watching Flair's last match?
Absolutely.
We're going to cover it later on in the podcast.
Yeah,
I
I'm
might
going to try to.
I'm
going to try.
I might do a watch along. Who knows?
Yeah, there we go.
I was going to get it, but I'm really not interested in it.
I'm looking at the undercard mostly. There's a lot of nice fights on the undercard. And we're going to cover all those matches
I like
here
Killer,
on the stream.
Killer Cross and
we're going to cover all that. Don't spoil the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got 3 shows to cover. We got 30 matches to go over here tonight.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
all right, man.
I'm
gonna get going. I just had to come on here, tell my man happy birthday.
Appreciate it, brother.
I don't have a lot of friends in wrestling. I have about 3 or 4 people in wrestling that I honestly consider my friends. CJ is one of them. So
absolutely, brother.
I had to say happy birthday to him on video.
Appreciate you, bro. I'll see you on the 5th.
Yes, sir. I'll see y'all.
Bro.
Thanks for being a part of the show.
Bye, Santana.
Shout out to Santana Diamonds being a part of the show. That's awesome. That was very cool.
Yes.
Did you guys see the video of Natty and her sister in the pool?
I did not.
It's all tits, to be honest. It's just a video of bouncing tits in the pool, basically. I'm not
okay
complaining.
with that. No. I still would like to know what happened with the whole video of the Liv Morgan thing.
Oh, we'll see. Well, what we do around here is make sense of wrestling from the side. I should say we try to make sense of wrestling. We're not.
Well, there's some we just can't make sense of.
It's our opinions. We don't know it all, and that's part of what's great of being a wrestling fan. So Friday,
absolutely,
I dropped this little video that I'm going to play real quick, covering what I called a Freaky Friday. It was a wild day in pro wrestling. So we're going to watch this, talk a little bit about what happened there, and then a lot of what's in the news now we'll get to during the match.
You reading the message?
Because in all the shows, here we go. We'll be right back. Yo, it's your boy Blaze McCoy from the WrestleSense podcast. Have you ever heard Excalibur from AEW rattle off a rapid fire match card for what's going down on AEW? Here's a 2-minute warning from a historic Freaky Friday. Rapid rewind. 1 year ago today, it was CM Punk returning to wrestling, All Elite Wrestling. Then Triple H named the EVP of Talent Relations again. Vince McMahon, via tweet, retired from pro wrestling, shocking the world. Will there be changes? Banned words gone. Less name changes. Less scripted promos. Tag team focus again. Less rematches. More blood. Release wrestlers returning. Bigger forbidden door. Who knows? Stay tuned. It's pretty exciting. But why did he retire so abruptly? Well, we have new CEOs. Nick Khan and Stephanie will be the CEOs for the time being. Brock Lesnar got pissed. He walked out. If he's gone, I'm gone. And then Tony Khan chimed in with a tweet. Got a lot of people angry. Stephanie McMahon kicked off the show. Thank you, Vince. I love you, Dad. Maxine Dupuis was named, but where's Max? Stay tuned to find out, I guess. In a unicorn mask, Xavier Woods mentioned IWGP and Ring of Honor on commentary. 6-man match main event with a lot of the same people next week in a 6-man match. But Brock did return. And he took out Theory. Where we worked? Who knows? There was a rap battle on AEW. Better than I expected. A John Cena reference. A lot of ass references. Even a good suck it. And, of course, a brawl at the end. There was a show leading up to the Ring of Honor. Pretty good damn show as well. What will happen in the world of wrestling with these big changes? Stay tuned to the WrestleSense podcast every Thursday night on Blaze Radio and the WrestleSense YouTube page. From the side. See you in my streams, people. I'm out of here. Anybody watching a replay, I want you guys to play a drinking game. Rewatch it from the beginning, and every time they say from the side, you must take a sip of piss.
Man.
All right, so what we're going to focus on from that is change. Everyone's discussing what could change, what might change. I'll give you my 2 cents first, and then I'll let each of you guys chime in on where you think, where's the get? Come on, CE. Good to see you, my friend. You're always speaking cryptic language. So here's my take on the whole thing. I talked about what things could change. Real quick, I talked about this before. The banned words, and I hope they all go away. Wrestling, wrestlers, belt, blood, choke, diva, strap, kayfabe, mofos, headshot, trauma, DQ, anti-diva, spinal injuries, victim, violence or violent, WWF, wife beater, curb stomp, strangle, kill, murder, kayfabe, house show, push, being over, babyface, heel, jobber card, and non-title. Now they're throwing in attack because they call them assaults instead. I think that could change, and we had more news with with Triple H's power now. But I think my opinion, and I think we could say a lot of these names have been thrown around. Bray, Cross, Gargano, Morrison and Taya, Tegan Knox, Candice LeRae, Dakota, Sasha, Naomi. We could see a lot of them, some of them, all of them come back. I still think the networks, because they do have to answer to the network. So we might not see a big change right away. Fox and USA have a lot to say. Same thing with the shareholders. So Cody Rhodes mentioned the ban words. And he says he gets fined $1,000. I don't know if it was tongue in cheek or real. He gets fined $1,000 every time he says a banned word. He said, I'm willing to pay for it. So in my opinion, I think Raw was a Vince show. Everyone's digging in, trying to find out, oh, that was new. It felt different. You know, Montez Ford busted up his nose. We got blood. It's an accident. But I'm super, super pumped about the future. And I think that the changes could be made soon. And we're already hearing about the SummerSlam stuff. So I'm excited about all these changes. Easy E, what's your take on the change that could happen in pro wrestling from this?
So you come to the WWE guy first, which I thoroughly enjoy. I know one thing that we're not going to see, and that's a 3-person title. I think that will never come to WWE.
Yeah, that would be dumb if anybody did that.
I agree.
We'll talk later.
But, you know, the changes that I see happening, I see a little bit of the NXT style takeover. So I see a lot of the littler guys getting a bigger push. Guys that, you know, come up from that indie fed that H had seen, you know, and I'm going to bring him up because I think he's going to make a difference in him, and that's Kevin Owens. Yeah. I think you're going to see Kevin Owens in the forefront. I think you're going to see a guy like Austin Theory back down a little bit and get the seasoning that he is. He's not going to get that push right away. You know, and the last thing, I'll let everybody else talk. I think you're going to see a monster surprise at SummerSlam. You're going to see that what the fuck moment happen.
Let me ask you this, Easy, before we move on to somebody else. Do you think, now he's forced. He didn't retire. Vince didn't retire.
Right.
He had to resign because of what's going down. All these allegations are getting worse and worse. Do you think he's still on the phone making some moves?
So it's said that
He's still got a phone.
I read one article, and I don't remember if it was the Wall Street Journal or it was Sports Illustrated, because everybody and their brother is talking about this story, and it said Vince truly wants to stay retired and out of the business at this point. And I thought about it for a minute. There ain't no fucking way in hell.
That's my sentiment. Me and Easy are agreeing again. What's going on this world?
Come on, man. We know Vince is still going to have a hand.
Yeah.
The only thing is he don't have that veto power no more. That's going through Triple H.
That's exactly it.
Good point.
Vince
All right,
doesn't have the final say anymore.
Speaking of the final say, CJ, you're the birthday boy. You go last. Doc, your take on the change on what could happen and everything that's gone down.
Well, I did like the beginning of Raw. I liked how they just started just chaotic. And
wait, let me interrupt you. Do you know why that happened?
Yeah, they're trying to sell the match between.
Okay, no. I loved the beginning too until I read into it. I'll let you finish, but I know now. They cut. I loved it. Hot start, brawl. Yeah. There was a lot more brawls. MSG always normally has brawls. The story is they did not want you to see the booze that he got on the way down to the ring.
Logan Paul.
So they cut out his entrance because he got booed.
So
they started hot in the ring. It came off great, like you said, but that's the reason they didn't show.
Well, programming, you need impact, no matter what program it is. And one of the things I will say is this about impact. If you go back to the WCW Monday Nitro days when the NWO was starting to take over, there was one episode that started where it had Nash and Hall in the ring with chairs and everybody's just laid out. And it's like, oh my God, we're live here. And like just Shivani trying to like just catch his breath of all the shit that went down. That's what sells. Chaos sells. Yeah. And despite what you just told me, I liked how it started.
Me too.
People fucking each other up. They're fighting. And it was just a good impact. And it was a good way to start a show, which we haven't seen a show start like that in a long time. Did I notice any other changes? I just noticed a little bit more pep in everybody's step. But no, you are right. I didn't notice too much. Like I said, the women's match I was kind of bored with. But I kept Raw on, and I didn't fast forward as much as I used to.
But did you keep Raw on because you were hoping something was happening, or were you hoping that Triple H came out? Why did you keep it on?
Just wanted to see what was different, to be honest with you. Just to analyze it, because of course this place, what we do.
You know how many people are going to come back to wrestling to find out what's going on? I've heard that from so many people. CJ, your take on the possible change in the future now?
I think it is a step in the right direction for WWE, and I hope to see some change. I think you may get a big surprise at SummerSlam, but I don't think you're going to see very many big moves until obviously after Saturday at SummerSlam. And I could be wrong, but I believe it was on Busted Open that they said that there was no change at all in Monday Night Raw. That is exactly how it was supposed to happen without Vince. Yeah. So to my knowledge, nothing was changed, but it did feel different to me. I don't know, maybe if that's because it was MSG or just the high of Triple H being the new, head of talent relations or whatnot. But my understanding is that show went off is exactly how it was supposed to. But I actually enjoyed Raw. I did.
I wonder what it did for ticket sales for SummerSlam.
I know they weren't too great. I don't know how it's changed from a couple days ago.
Like, listen,
curiosity sells. Right now, everyone's curious.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You guys know I was on my
big in wrestling.
But EJ was like, Dad, I don't like the card. Let's not go. We're going to training camp instead. But, we're going to watch it here. But here's the thing. Now there's a buzz. Now,
huge buzz.
Let's see what happens. Now it sells tickets. Now they sell out the Titan Stadium.
I hope so, man. I really do.
So we talked about a lot of possible things we're excited about. Who knows what's going to happen? Triple H's hand in there, Stephanie's hand in there. But let me. I did my rant last time about change that I wanted, and then all this happened. Coincidence? I said I wanted the product to be better. I wanted a big change, and the next thing you know, all this happened. Maybe they watched the podcast.
I mean, I think it could only get better, honestly.
So here's my nitpick in a Raw. After I watched it, I went and back and reviewed it again because I was like you, CJ. I was like, it was more watchable. I enjoyed it a little. But there was this time we had 30 minutes of fighting in a 3-hour show instead of 15 or 16. The "Who's Your Daddy" comment and all that was hilarious. I like that
promo was
great. They threw that in there. Theory losing all the time. So Theory losing twice in one night as your briefcase holder. The DQ shit is one of the things I ran it on. We got it again.
Yeah, and Rey then turned into a tag match.
Rey Mysterio's gift. All right, they mention his 20 years, but they don't bring up a lot of WCW. Then they bring out his gift, which is a WCW uniform, which is his own uniform that they had to give back to him. It didn't, but I like the attack. I like some of that stuff. And Cody's SB win. All right, let's talk about that a little bit. He got an SB win. I'm not giving him any credit for that. You know why? WWE pays for that award, and they pick the winner. I love Cody, and I love the moment.
See, I did not know that.
The rest of it is
if it was a legit thing, I would agree with it 100%.
The rest of it is what happens in pro sports, which isn't, planned.
It's a work.
But WWE pays for that spot to ESPN and ABC, and they pick the winner of that every year. So when I heard that, it kind of took a little off of that. We talked about the hot start because of the booze for Logan, and I'm so tired of hearing about Miz's fucking balls.
Yeah,
it was funny the first time.
Maurice acting like she didn't speak English was kind of, but
I'm patient. I'm very patient.
He's always a pleasure to look at.
I think a lot of people, we have to be patient. It could take a couple months. It could take till the next pay-per-view before we really start to see changes. But I'm pumped about it, man. I'm excited.
The Miz is awesome.
He is.
I'm not knocking the Miz. He's entertaining.
I think he is a first ballot Hall of Famer.
The one thing that WWE was doing, and hopefully they don't do as much, is beat a dead horse with some of this stuff.
You're used to you like the style where everybody can wrestle anybody at any given time, like AEW does. You like that style. Where WWE is more, let's tell the story and keep telling that story until we come to an actual ending of the story.
And less rematches would be nice, though. You can still tell a story about the same match.
I think
it's going to get so much better. I'm pumped.
I feel as of late, and now again, this talks about the change. Their storyline progression takes maybe a little bit longer than it needs to. But
I'm a let it play out type of guy too. I've said that a million times, so I don't mind letting it play out. It's just sometimes like, man, can we get to the punch? Can we get to the punch? But I'm pumped.
Realistically, that's a problem about WWE. They have maybe 5 or 6 true main eventers.
Yeah,
right.
And then they have a huge gap to the Barry Horowitzes.
Yeah,
what I mean.
Everyone is expecting NXT to be black and gold and be changed. It was the same. On Tuesday they expected it.
Oh, well, no, it's not going to happen that quick.
Really,
no,
you can only have do you really want to see? Does anybody want to see Brock Lesnar versus Rey Mysterio?
Actually, I think that'd be a great.
That's a contrast of styles. I'm down with it. I want to see it every week for 2 months.
No, but like a one-off type of deal. I think it could be a really good match.
Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. You'll watch Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. There's those 5 guys that you can kind of intertwine and tell a story, and you can't do like Baron Corbin telling a story with Brock Lesnar right now. What would it do?
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing that
I don't disagree. But
one thing in common with WWE and AEW, and we will touch this later on. If you watch NXT and even some on the main roster, there's a lot of great young talent in pro wrestling right now on both brands. And that's amazing. The future is very bright.
And a lot that aren't even there yet.
Yeah. Doc, don't you agree? Give Theory credit for he's running with it, and he's kind of still green.
Yeah.
And he's running with it, and he may truly become that John Cena character in 10 years. And we're talking about how great.
I wouldn't go there. I wouldn't go there. I wouldn't go.
He'll be his own man, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but I wouldn't go.
He can hit that top tier.
I am going to stick up for Eazy-E on this one. If you would have asked,
he's good on the mic.
How many ever years old I was that Basic Thugonomics John Cena was going to be the face of WWE, I would have told you you're crazy.
Good point.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that too. I loved him when he was a heel, though. I liked Cena since the heel days.
And I got to agree with E about the Austin Theory. What I would like to see happen, though, is him somehow lose that briefcase and keep getting better and work on his,
See, guys, I
technique.
have a gut feeling that we're going to see John Cena Saturday night screw Austin Theory out of his opportunity. I think
it'd be a nice surprise.
I think he slides in the ring. There's no music. There's no nothing. He comes through the crowd, boom, jumps through. Attitude adjustment. Whoever's the champ, Brock or Roman, 1, 2, 3, and that's the end of it. And then at the end of the match, that's what I think. That's how the night ends, right there. Like, oh my God. However, when do you start setting up for The Rock and Roman at WrestleMania? It's inevitable.
Oh, man.
It's happening. Do you have Brock win, or do you have Roman win, have the whole screw over with Theory, and do you hear, acknowledge me, and do you hear if you smell, you hear it?
I hope so. We still got Cody coming back at some point too, man. I'm excited.
You watched the same thing I did this week. What's coming out real quick? Black Adam. There is no way in hell The Rock's doing anything.
Yeah.
He's got to promote that for DC because he got to make money. He's not going anywhere near that ring.
I don't think you see him or Cena anywhere near because
I
of
tell you
what's
what,
going on with the Vince stuff.
All this shit has given us a hell of a lot of talk about on this podcast. There's no shortage of info.
Let me also say, if Doc's right, that's the what the fuck moment I was talking about, right?
There you go.
I'd be completely fine if he's right. I just don't think it's going to happen.
For the past,
I do think he gets screwed to some way or another.
Oh, yeah.
And Doug, they're cooking Ziggler up right now. Ziggler could be the one.
Here's the thing, though, guys. We got to talk about this, please. And I think I brought it up.
Shark Week's taped, Wally. Shark Week is taped. Trust me, it's on my house 24/7. I fucking hate Shark Week. I hate everything about Shark Week. Fuck Shark Week. Okay, I feel better. Go ahead.
Okay, and I think I brought it up when I was screaming and Doc was yelling at me. But Theory himself, he's been losing on house shows to Dolph Ziggler.
He's losing to everybody. He's lost like 7 in a row.
And you know what? That's fine. He doesn't need to win.
But he's the guy with the Money in the Bank briefcase.
So we will cover all the WWE stuff when we go over to Summerslam card here momentarily. But for the past 6 weeks, we've been doing the little Flair stuff on the 6 senses. That's going to be our last segment. So let's go to our 2 cents, which is going to be a review of ROH and a preview of SummerSlam. All right, it was Death by Dishonor, the technically the first Tony Khan pay-per-view. He argues that he had a lot to do with the last one too, as they went out and he took care of it. But to me, overall, before we get into match by match, because Rey is actually our new champion. He had I think 4 out of the 6. We only picked 6 matches, so 4 out of the 6. Me and Doc only had 3, and CJ wasn't here last week. So, but we will have a new champ because Ray's not here this week. That's the good news. They added a bunch of matches after we did our picks. My feel of this, and I'll probably get easy. You might not like this because compared to SmackDown and Raw, what I think this could be is I felt like I was watching a good brand split. AEW, ROH. If they play this right, it could be like a brand split because I felt like I was watching a different company with a lot of people from the company of AEW because of the bloated roster. So let's break it down. It started off the pre-show. Colt Cabana and Anthony Henry. CJ,
boom.
I missed this match, but I'm hoping
it was a really good
Cabana
match.
went over.
Colt Cabana, boom, boom. He went over.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Henry had it. Go ahead.
Why is he there? Oh, wait. CM Punk.
No, that's not it. He was ROH before that. Come on, man.
This was one of the last minute matches, and I saw an interview with him.
Don't
He was
stir
so
the
pumped.
shit that don't need to be stirred.
He was so pumped to be a part of
How
this show.
came in Colt Cabana left AEW?
No, he went to ROH. He signed an ROH contract. His contract was up. He signed an ROH only contract.
Yeah, he is like the Briscoes got to. So Tony did talk about that in the scrum too. That there are some that have just ROH. I'm intrigued, just like the Vince thing. I am intrigued to see how it's going to be handled between the two.
Yeah.
So Colt Cabana did go over. Then we had which we're seeing more of, the Shinobi Shadow Squad, which I didn't know is Eli Isom and Cheeseburger, which is pretty cool. And those guys, the other side, Davari and Slim J are the Trustbusters who where Parker Bordeaux has been teaming with them.
Yes.
On Dark. So we'll see how that goes. Davari and Slim J went over in this pre-show match as well. They really packed the pre-show before. It was like that day. I'm like, oh, I got to change all these damn things. Then we saw Brian Cage in the Gates of Agony against Tony Depp and Alex. Alex Zane this weekend has 4 matches this weekend. Two on Saturday, I believe, in all these cards. And
Alex Zane's awesome. Alex Zane really impressed me during the match.
I really like that Blake Christian.
Yeah, he impresses me too. I was like, this dude he doesn't look like he's going to impress me, but then he did. I'm pumped. I really like so the news was Prince Nana purchased Tully Blanchard Enterprises, and it's now the Embassy. Brian Cage had a nice picture with his Tully Blanchard Enterprises t-shirt on. It says, here today, gone tomorrow. It was kind of funny. So, but I really like Khan and Toa Leona. They are beasts, man. We'll see how they work out. So this was an interesting 6-man match. The Embassy got over. Then we had a women's match here in the pre-show to close it out. Allison Kay versus Willow Night. I really like Willow Nightingale. I think
that crowd went nuts as soon as her music hit.
Yeah, and she's got an energy that's just exudes and really. I wish her the best, man. I think
Allison Kay is very underrated. She's really, really good.
It wasn't a bad match, and that was the pre-show, and I was in London, England for this show with my VPN, so I only had to pay $20. Then we got to the main show, and man, did it take off to start the show. We got the World Championship match first. Now, Tony Khan even said in the scrum that there was a coin flip between this and the.
I like how
match.
they did that.
I don't think I highly doubt there was actually a coin flip, but I like how they played it off. I like how they played it off.
Yeah, that was cool. I mean, look how they started off the one WrestleMania when they returned. I mean, they had Drew McIntyre work Lashley, whenever that, and then Lashley went over, which was a shock too. I thought that was really cool. So it's kind of cool to shock people.
Yes.
And curtain jerk was something huge.
Hot.
I thought it was awesome.
Hot.
And with 2 people that are going to start something hot, it's these 2 right here.
But as soon as that news broke of what happened, I was like, oh shit, I forgot. Let's go. I found the stream and I started watching it. Mm-hmm. And I started at the beginning because I forgot it was even on.
Yeah.
Right?
I mentioned it last week, and I'm not a pat myself on the back kind of guy. I didn't win. Ray won. But I said, how else better to start out to get more people to talk about ROH and put the title on a big name? No disrespect to Jonathan Gresham, but Claudio went over. He is the new ROH champ. But then the news broke that Gresham asked for his release. And Ray even brought it up right after we were chatting, and Ray brought it up. There was some schmoz in that title fight. He felt something was odd. Yeah. And when I rewatched it, I kind of felt the same thing. And Gresham, no mask, no gear coming down,
no flag. Yeah, it was strange.
So he's unhappy, and he's probably going to get his release. He's still fighting this weekend. He's scheduled for the Starrcast thing and the Flair's final fight. So we'll see if he still shows up there. I heard rumors he was done with wrestling completely. I don't know.
No,
I don't think he will be.
You'll see him in NXT.
I did hear he has a standing offer for NXT. He had it in a couple places.
He had it when he signed with ROH. WWE's had a standing offer for him for years, man.
And unfortunately, I think he's that damn good.
He's one of the best workers I've seen, but unfortunately, I do think his size does kind of hold him back from being big.
It held him back in Vince McMahon WWE.
Yeah,
maybe not now. True.
Now here's the thing: does he get to keep it? Does he get to keep Jonathan Gresham, or is he going to be like Johnny Greenwood?
I don't know.
You got
Johnny Octopus, Jonathan Octopus, or whatever that Kraken. He'll be the Kraken.
We see him wrestle Cameron Grimes. We get him to see him wrestle Braun Breaker. And this new guy that challenges Braun, he looks pretty decent. Maybe he'll go with him.
Yeah. And the things he can help NXT too.
Right.
Yes.
If he ends up there big time. Yeah, I agree. So hot start, Claudio, big shout out. It's going to be cool to see where that goes. Then we had Trios championships here, and we'll talk about Trios later. But none of us picked Dalton and the boys to win it.
No. Everybody picked the Righteous, which I thought the Righteous, they were going to keep it on them, but Like I said, it was a hell of a match, though.
Is it a thing that they don't say the boys' names? They said it at the end, finally, the Tate brothers, but they didn't say either their names through the whole match until the
Listen,
very
when
end.
you meet them in public, like we met them walking into WrestleMania. Like,
Boys?
And EJ was like, "Dad, it's the boys," and they were like, "Yeah, we're the boys." Like that's their whole.
They put on a nice show, though. I mean,
is it bad that the only person I know in this match is Dalton Castle?
No, that's
no.
He's entertaining. He's
Wait,
entertaining.
wait, the first guy was in the Kingdom.
Yeah.
The first guy was in the Kingdom with Taven.
Yeah, so, I mean, like Doc said, this was a good match. I was surprised.
It was very, very entertaining. I loved how
I
they
seen
did it.
the big dude in the back on the left do like a plancha or whatever to the floor. It was kind of wild.
Now they said something. They were talking about it during I think it was Caprice that said something about when they wear white that they're ready. It's like a different level. In a couple of different, like was that an ROH thing where you wear white? They mentioned it a couple times throughout the show. It's pretty cool. I thought, yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's different.
So first two matches, two new champions so far. So yeah, pretty hot start. Then we had Daniel Garcia versus Wheeler Yuta. Yuta defended his pure title. The rules. We talked about the rules last week, and I like the fact that they didn't really use the rope break rules and all that too much, but you had that little scoreboard. It was something different. That's all.
Yeah, it was fun.
I like something different.
It was a good match. They beat the shit out of each other.
Both of them are so effing good. It's unbelievable.
I think the way it started, I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to like this. And then he just like kicked it up a level, and it was a really good match throughout. And then we'll talk a little bit about Daniel Garcia in a minute too here. Coming up next, this was one of my matches of the night. The brother versus brother, Roosh and Dragon Lee. I love this match from start to finish. I don't know
brother versus brother, man.
I don't know a lot of history between, but man, this was a fun match to watch.
Yeah,
it was really good.
Yeah.
And I don't know a whole lot about either of these guys. Just
and there was never like a hatred kind of match. At the end, they hugged each other like brothers.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's really cool how they did it, and then it showed another side of Roosh. You know, Roosh is a big heel in AEW right now. I really liked how they did this.
I like that. I mean, that's a dynamic that Ring of Honor has. I mean, it has the honor name. You have the shake of the hand, or is someone going to say screw you? I love that dynamic. That doesn't exist in any other company, so that's unique to ROH in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had the women's championship match. Serena Deeb and Mercedes Martinez, two good workers, but this match kind of fell a little short for me.
I was pissed. I wanted to see Serena get it because, man, I want to see Serena Deeb hold gold at this point. She deserves it.
There was some really good spots, and I think very highly of both of them. I wouldn't say that it was terrible, but they probably didn't put their best work out there. Okay. And maybe that's because you're going to see it again, I would hope.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping, because they I'm not saying it was a terrible match. It was compared to all the other ones. This one was kind of little, and yeah, I was thinking Serena's got to win this. Maybe they got a plan for Mercedes or something. Who knows? But we moved along to a big match here with Jay Lethal and Samoa Joe. Samoa defending. You guys got any comments on this?
I got my comment about Jay Lethal. When do you guys think that he kind of drops all this shit and just becomes a regular wrestler?
I don't think he's going to. I think from the Macho Man gimmick and the Flair gimmick, he's going to use those forever.
He's so good.
Agreed.
And I think that holds him back.
Mm-hmm.
I
gotta agree.
Like he's hanging on to something from the past, maybe? Is that what you're saying?
I think that that's his count on, and he knows he can make money, but he's so much better than that.
But he hasn't used it this whole time, this whole feud with Joe. He hasn't used the Savage gimmick or the Flair gimmick. So
no,
it's been Joe.
I'm sure he's going to use it Sunday.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but what I think basically what you're saying is with the shtick he's doing in his antics, it's holding him back.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
I agree. I 100% agree.
So other news, that Lethal's hanging around Satnam Singh, the big monster, and Sanjay Dutt. Sanjay Dutt.
Get rid of them. Yeah, get rid of them.
Sanjay Dutt actually said not too long ago he's never going to wrestle again. He changed his mind. He's back to he wants to wrestle now.
Yeah.
So he will be fighting some more.
I've actually
on
called
Rampage tomorrow, I think, isn't it?
I've actually called some of his matches. He actually came down to RWA and was our cruiserweight champion.
Really?
And him and Shane Andrews, who's out of Nashville. It was an amazing matchup. It was pardon me, actually Shane Andrews from Kentucky. But like I said, they every time they hit the ring, man, they tore it up. So I'm excited to see if Sanjay comes back and we see the Sanjay of old, or do we see a chicken shit kind of heel manager?
Sanjay is actually who booked me to referee for the Global Force show that Jared had in Erie.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And
he's a great guy outside the ring too. Like I said, I have not a bad thing to say about Sanjay.
Let me ask you guys this, and this is just me thinking about this. If you take Jay Lethal and you put him in the Blackpool Fighter Club.
Combat Club. Blackpool
Same deal.
Combat Club.
Same difference. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
How much better a wrestler do you think he is?
More vicious.
Yeah, he's more brutal.
I feel that. I dig that.
Take it to the ROH day, the House of Truth days, if you think about it. I mean, whoa, never mind. I just looked over at the chats. Like Andrew hit it the best. I mean, the House of Truth, he was relentless. I loved it. He was unreal. So maybe you need that Jay Lethal, the House of Truth Lethal.
I think
making
Thank you, Andy Price, for that. So
get the money while it's worth it, and be the guy that everybody wants you to be. Like, you're great.
Right. Yeah, I
His
agree.
work in ring compares to Samoa Joe.
Consensus. I haven't heard too many people say, "Man, I hate Jay Lethal. He sucks." I don't think I've ever heard that. Main event. Speaking of not sucking, how about this friggin' event? It really paid off to keep this as the last match for me. 2 out of 3 falls. I'm pretty sure it was going to go to the third fall. I thought my pick was the Briscoes. Me and Doc said, maybe the Briscoes win it and FTR gets it back. Ray was on point picking FTR. They defended it.
I would have said FTR had I been there for the
This
pick.
bell to bell was incredible in my opinion. We've seen some very high marks for it, and with the 4 guys, I mean, I don't know it's really not much to say. Doc.
There's nothing bad you could say about it. Really,
I can't.
think.
There's nothing to describe this matchup, but just pure classic.
Was it better than the first time they fought?
Yes.
That's the debate that's out there.
Yes.
It's 50-50, I've heard. Some people say yes, some people say no.
I'm going to say the first one was better. I really am. Was this good? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I feel the first one was more technically sound and whatnot. But
I don't need to see this again for another 2, 3, 4 months.
Agreed.
I now want to see one of these guys go, and I hate to say it because you know who I'm going to say. I can't stand them.
The Bucks.
But let one of them go after the Bucks, and let the other one find a mixed match tag team to go after for a while, and let the Briscoes get some wins.
Yeah, isn't one of the Bucks hurt right now though, or recovering, or no?
I'm not sure.
Hurt.
All right. Well, that was Death Before Dishonor. 6 championship matches. The first 2 were new champs, and then the last 4 were defending champs. But it did disappoint. I enjoyed the show. I'm hoping big things for Ring of Honor, because I think that brings a pretty cool dynamic. Like I said, kind of like a brand split between AEW and ROH, plus the ability to use that quote unquote bloated roster with 2 companies. So we'll see where it goes. Once again, intriguing, a lot to talk about, a lot of things going down. Let's talk about this. This is last night. A lot of people I know Easy's not going to be happy about it, but this has been talked about since day 1 of AEW. They've always talked about it, and it was kind of anticlimactic how they're like, hey, here's the belts, we're gonna have trios titles. Yeah. But here's what I really want to talk about. Here's a little list that I put together, and I know I have Undisputed Era, it's Undisputed Elite, but look at these teams just to start out with this tournament. I'm pumped about this tournament, and we've talked about the 3-way tag matches that AEW's pulled off. We'll see how they do with the trios, even more prominent. Blackpool Combat Club, Omega when he comes back. I see if Omega comes back, they might challenge whoever wins it all out later on. Whoever comes back.
They're doing these titles now.
Death Triangle, Best Friends, the Factory, Gun Club, even the Gun Club and the Factory, Dark Order, House of Black, and Death Triangle, Undisputed Era, Jericho. I mean, they have a big, and if you have a bloated roster, what's a good way to make it happen? A 3-man championship can take a big segment
I like it too.
of that roster that can, if they're not the world champion, they got something to focus on, right? Doc, what's your take on the trios?
I'm excited about it. I'm excited to see where they go with it, how they're going to do it. You know, you got the Bucks, you know, they're kind of teasing him and Hangman. They had that backstage thing. And then the Dark Order kind of came with the piece of cake for him for his birthday. And, you know, you can see like the Bucks are like low and just down on themselves right now. And I think this is going to be the pick me up where you see Omega come in and say, hey, let's go win this thing. Because of course they're going to say, come on, Cole, let's do it. And Cole's going to be like, nah, I'm with my boys here. You know, and he's going to go with, of course, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. So I'm excited to see where it goes. I think that House of Black, though, the work they've put in, all the matches they've done, like got these mid-card, unbelievable trios matches they've had the last couple of pay-per-views. I feel that the House of Black. I feel like the House of Black should have those titles around their waist. I think they should shock the world with this.
Yeah, CJ, if you were booking this tournament, who ends up with the first trios championships?
You're gonna be surprised by this, and it's gonna be, to me, a kind of shock the world situation, and I'm gonna go with the Best Friends.
Yeah, there's a lot of other teams you could put together too. This is just the top 10 that I thought off the top of my head. There's a bunch of other ones that could be teams too. All right, now let's get the other side of the series. Easy E.
Timestamp it is at 1:10:32. You heard it here first. It's going to be the Elite with Omega versus the Undisputed Era in the finals. Surprise!
But they're starting the tournament now. How's Omega going to be in the tournament? He's not even back yet.
Why? That's the only reason you announced these titles.
They're gonna keep flirt. I think they're gonna keep flirting with Hangman. The Bucks are going to try to get Hangman. He's not going to do it, and the Bucks aren't going to be in the tournament. I think that we see Omega return at All Out when the titles are given. He's not ready to come back yet. He's going to be in the tournament.
What about if the Bucks wrestle a 3-person tag and then bring in Omega?
Someone said they wanted to see Miro hold all three.
I'd be
That'd be
okay
hilarious.
with
That would be
that.
awesome with that.
At some point in time, that would be fun.
him, his God, and his hot wife.
You guys know that as well as I do. The Elite, the Undisputed Era. That's what these are for. Like,
I think the Undisputed Era. I think the Undisputed Era should get them in a.
I think Undisputed Era should win it, but it'll be the Bucks.
So last night, I really wasn't going to cover this because we got so much to cover. But last night
they held gold, though. I mean, everybody, Elite, you know, Omega, the Bucks, they've all held gold. Let someone that hasn't held gold. Like, that's why I think the House of Black should get it.
I like that call too. I wouldn't be upset at that at all. So last night, Dynamite, if you watched it, the focus was on the youth of AEW. You got Anna Jay's turn. You got Hook winning the FTW title. You got Starks going pretty much facing and getting turned on. You got Jungle Boy's promo calling Christian a pussy and all that stuff.
Fire.
It was
Daniel
a great
Garcia beating Daniel Bryan. There's a torn community on that. People are saying you don't bring Daniel Bryan back and have him lose, but
yes, you do.
Yeah, you
I
put
think
Garcia
that was the
over.
exact right move to do.
Thank
to
you.
put Daniel Garcia over.
The youth was really highlighted last night, and it's like I said earlier, not only in AEW, but you look at NXT, you look at EW. There's a lot of young wrestlers that are really good right now.
And again, like I said, people that haven't got to shine on a national stage yet that may have that chance now that there's changes coming in WWE.
I mean, a lot of people with the head, especially when he took the head injury, he sold the shit out of that and did a phenomenal job.
Like, I really thought that he was legit out cold. He did, he did a very good job with his selling and whatnot. And Wally, I love you to death, but I got to disagree with you saying he didn't look good. I think he did exactly what his job was, and that was to make Daniel Garcia shine.
You can look good and lose.
Yes, you can.
Came from the side. Hobbs is shot to the ring.
Oh, then he fucking drilled him.
The best part about was he was like patting Ricky on the shoulder, like clapping for him during the promo. It was sold very well.
Yeah, he was like,
and I didn't expect it. It was a shocking moment.
And it did. Yes, the last week's happenings made me think of this. Triple H making changes. Tony Khan got to step it up. It's going to bring the best out of both companies. That's where I sit. That's where I sit.
The problem about last night, the Thunder Rosa match was stale.
It was bad. I love him. I love Thunder Rosa. I'm a huge, but the work on the apron was terrible. She looked like she was doing a dance, not even kicking her. It didn't look that good. And those two I've heard had bangers in Japan. So maybe it's just an off night. I don't know. Yeah, but that match did lack.
But
I hate that Thunder Rosa's not getting a great run as champ. It pains me because I'm a real fan of hers.
All in all, I didn't like the Danhausen thing. Like, I thought it did what it needed to do.
Yeah.
It did.
And people were saying, "Oh, they buried Danhausen." I was like,
"No,
they did. He's allowed to lose and still be funny and fun."
Yeah,
he could lose every single match he's in, and people aren't gonna really care all that.
And
much,
it was
in
the
my
end result
opinion.
was a story. Hook coming out, accepting it. You know what? And when Hook came out, I was like, "Oh, Starks is going to be like not tonight or something." But then he was respect after us. I think we got a face turn with Starks, which I'm down.
Oh, for sure. And I think the highlight. I
He's
think the highlight of this entire show wasn't Moxley and Roosh. I think it was Starks and Hook, and that's what it should have been.
Yep. Now Jungle Boy, I've heard this too. I mean, after his promo and he's coming to age and all this, what do you guys think about him eventually being Jungle Jack Perry instead of Jungle Boy eventually in his career? Like,
I like Jungle Boy too much.
I like Jungle Boy too much. Also.
I want to get rid of, once he gets older, get rid of the jungle gimmick. Do something else with it.
Yeah.
Because
I'd be okay with that too.
Yeah, he is good.
Going to get a little old because you're going to get
right now with the song and everything, it's over, so they won't get rid of it.
That's like
but-
my favorite song ever. So never change his song.
No. Yeah. the youth of wrestling really blowing up over the past week.
Those two guys are studs.
We talk about the oldest guy, Vince, taking a way out, and all these young talent and stuff coming. It just
have a chance to shine now.
Real quick, do you want to
Toronto,
know? Do you really want to know some information about that song from Jungle Boy? It was originated on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Part 3 movie soundtrack. That's where it really blew up at. All right, I'm done.
Well, it was a one-hit wonder in the 80s before it did that.
It
but
was a one-hit wonder.
They brought it back. So it's been brought back twice for the Turtles and then for Jungle Boy.
Yeah.
Just wanted to mention this real quick that Toronto
And the oddities, right?
They're going up to the Great White North to take off with the Hosers. So we're getting some Toronto action for AEW, traveling a little more.
Sweet.
Speaking of traveling, we'll cover something else here. How about this? Who wants to go on a Jericho cruise with me? I'd love to go on a Jericho cruise.
I'd love to go on a cruise, period. But it being a Jericho cruise would be even better.
I just hear they're off the hook.
I would love to go on one of these. My friend Jason's gone on a couple of them, and he loves them. The best one was the one when the wind kicked up and the fireworks went off and poor Jungle Boy was shit, and he walked through. I couldn't stop laughing at that. They did not think that through at all.
I was on a cruise before, but it was with my first wife, so I don't want to relive that. I'd like to do a wrestling one would be a really good time.
Yeah, hey, I'll go to that if you go with me next weekend. Gathering of the Juggalos. Woo woo.
Now this is what I heard earlier today. I figured I'd throw this in. We talked about it earlier. Reports are that Triple H is thinking about making Raw 2 hours again. I'm all for it. If you want to dig deep and really find what changed on Raw, they didn't really have as a go home show. Not tons of video packages and shit. You did have a little more girth to the show overall.
He said girth.
I gotta bring back. Here's your girth, CJ. Your birthday. And then speaking of making a trip, WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia, April 6th and 7th, 2024.
I already talked to Teddy Fine about it, but I'd like to go regardless and get the whole crew.
Easy, you've been to a Mania. Give myself and some of the audience an idea. If you're gonna go to a WrestleMania weekend, ticket, travel, room, food, how much money do you need to go to a Mania weekend?
Well, it depends on where you're going to sit. If you're going to be like me and just be there.
Average ticket, decent hotel, McDonald's food.
No average ticket. That's the thing. The upper decks are going to cost you $59 a night. And you're there to experience WrestleMania, and that's a great thing. If you realistically want to see.
Look at this picture. I would not want to sit here for a WrestleMania. I'd rather watch it on TV.
If you realistically want to see, I'm talking like down in the 100 level.
Yeah.
Right? When you're behind about 35 rows from the 50-yard line.
$1,000? $2,000? $1,500 apparently. Okay.
A night.
That's not counting travel, airfare, and all that good stuff.
That's a night.
I had really good seats for all the Manias I went to. You know how much?
Can you go to just one night?
You know how much I paid?
Well, how much?
0.
Well, you got a couple connections from CJ, as we saw earlier with all the birthday wishes.
I mean, I like going to the event, and I will sit up as high as I can because I'm not going to pay the kind of money you want me to go sit down there. I want to be there to experience what WrestleMania is.
In the atmosphere.
I'm worried about rain. Yeah. And here in the East Coast in April, it might still snow at that point.
New York, we were at a giant stadium for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It was cold, but it wasn't. I mean, it was fine. Like,
was that the one where all the announcers were on the raincoats and shit?
That's whenever Punk had living color.
Living color
personality. Yeah,
he's right. He's right.
There's the first one. Let's get into the second one right away and keep it moving. We have one of the biggest shows of the year, SummerSlam, Summer Rematch of Mania, which now I'm a little bit more. We talked about it earlier, a little more excited about, and we're gonna get our picks for here.
I am all about this.
This is yes.
So let's start. Easy E. Does Corbin get the win? We talked about he's a good worker, or will Pat McAfee get his victory?
Well, we got to have Pat McAfee for Survivor Series.
Mm-hmm.
So my answer to this question is Baron Corbin goes over. Pat McAfee finally lays down for somebody. But I'll tell you what, McAfee will impress again. I guarantee it.
Okay. CJ, who goes over in this match?
I actually second what Easy E just said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doc?
I'm going to say McAfee. I was going to say Corbin, but I'm going to go on the opposite. I'm going to say McAfee.
Me too. I love his promos. I love when he's on the mic. I always have. I watch his podcast.
I have a gut feeling that Corbin's going to get this, though.
There's some people who said, and this is, I know you guys are going to disagree, but this is just what I've heard on some of the I watch way too many podcasts and watch longs. That Pat McAfee only has his job because of his podcast, and I strongly disagree.
That's horse shit. He's talented.
I know. I knew you would. I just want. I like to throw the. I'm the other side of the coin guy. Devil's advocate.
He just gave something to one of the city schools. Oh, I think he bought all of the football equipment to one of the city schools in Pittsburgh.
There's a lot of bad takes out there. And I like bringing up
that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, it's probably Plum. That's where he went.
It was Plum. You're right.
Yeah,
that's where he went.
When Corbin jumped the rail the other show and started kicking him, man,
that was hilarious.
Piss out of him.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about it last week too. These two were roommates for the Indianapolis Colts when they played together, so they know each other well. And then and they're working really well together. So I'm looking forward to that match, even though I'm not really a huge Corbin fan. I think he's better than Happy.
It could be a show stealer.
I miss the lone wolf gimmick, to be honest. I miss him as the lone wolf.
Yeah,
his time as a comedian's over. Now, at the same time, I'm impressed by Logan Paul. I think he should be a heel at first. Let him earn his face because they're going to boo the fuck out of him.
I
don't care if you have 80 million followers on Instagram. Yeah. They're going to boo you. People hate you. Earn it. Now, he's getting the shit kicked out of him the other night. That helps. Feel bad for him, right? So, Easy E, Miz and Logan Paul. How's this one go down?
God, I want to say the Miz steals this, but the WWE needs good publicity. And who gives them that good publicity that people will talk about? The Paul kid. And his brother fights next weekend at Madison Square Garden. So
yes. They run both marquees on MSG. That's crazy.
Yep. So I'm going the Paul.
All right. Easy E goes with Logan Paul. CJ.
I'm going Logan Paul as well because Miz, like I said earlier, I think is a first ballot Hall of Famer, and Miz has no problem putting someone else over, and it's not going to affect Miz in a bad way to do that.
Well, Doc,
Logan Paul.
I'm going to go the other way than you guys, and here's my rationale. Number one, I love Ciampa. His promo the other night was fire. And I really want him and Ciampa. I'm sorry, and he's a Triple H guy too. So I think he's one of those guys that might get more of a push going forward with Triple H.
Absolutely.
And I can see him bringing Johnny Gargano in too, and I'd love to see those two against each other with each. It doesn't matter. They're gold together or against each other.
Wait, you saying Ciampa and
yeah.
Oh God, DIY and WWE. I'm all for it.
Whether they're fighting, feuding, or together, I'm in for it. I think. Now, I'm trying to make nonsense of this. Ciampa Ciampa helps Miz beat Logan Paul. As stupid as that sounds.
No,
Ciampa's gonna
no,
come
that makes
down
a
and
lot
beat
of
the
It
reason.
actually doesn't sound stupid at all.
But if you think about it, why would he need him to beat Logan? Because he's a Midge is a Hall of Famer, like you said. But I see Ciampa coming out and being the reason that Miz wins.
And
Because
even
we need sympathy for Logan Paul. if
You
he's gonna be
know,
a face.
you know why he needs Ciampa to beat Logan Paul? Because then it puts some shine on Ciampa.
True.
Also,
Yeah,
if you think about this, doesn't hurt Miz one way or another.
Exactly.
Regardless
No,
of
it doesn't.
people love to watch him get his ass kicked, but they still love him. So
That's
He's
one
so
thing about
damn
Miz.
good at what he does.
He's
So.
been putting people over for a long time. He's very good at it. He's super entertaining, and you like to hate him. So who do you hate less in this match? Is
And
what it's going to amount to.
he's got big balls.
So we
Go
got a
ahead
lot of
and fast
controversy
forward.
here. We got controversy here.
Yeah,
Riddle
just
was
get rid of
hurt.
it.
So the big question, we're not going to pick this one because we don't know who Rollins is going to fight. Rollins he put a big apology on Twitter, but the one person that replied, it was noteworthy, is Triple H. Because Seth Rollins said, I apologize, I did all this work and no one's hearing me, whatever. And Triple H said, I hear you.
You bought tickets to come see me at SummerSlam.
So it's almost like a face promo on Twitter for Rollins when they're both, and he's a heel. So, Bray Wyatt has been thrown around. AJ Styles, I wouldn't mind seeing fight. Edge
Johnny
doesn't have a match.
Wrestling.
Johnny Gargano has been thrown. So
Listen, if we
that's
see
excitement to me.
Rollins right now, I could.
Who will he fight?
Edge
Rollins.
him? Yeah.
Rollins works well with anybody, as we saw the Cody
Agreed.
stuff earlier. The Mysterios versus
The fuck is up with their eyes?
the purple,
Sorry.
the Purple Light Orchestra, which I really hope they change what they're doing with Priest and Balor, because they're two of my favorites. And
What are you talking about? It's fucking phenomenal. They're so they're gonna destroy the Mysterios.
I hope so.
I hope so too. Mysterio back to Mexico.
So are we all picking Priest and Balor in this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
No.
I'm taking the Mysterios.
All right. Doc's gonna go with the
I'm gonna
Mysterios.
take the Mysterios.
Dominic's gonna turn on his daddy, and then both him and Theory will be without daddies.
I think Rhea wearing the Eddie Guerrero shirt was a nice touch.
Yes.
The other night. And everyone's waiting here. Let me play devil's advocate again. WWE has done this a lot. You're waiting for that turn. I don't think it happens at SummerSlam. If it does, I'll be pleasantly surprised, because I think the program with Ray.
I thought
and
it was
Skid-
going to happen Monday.
Me too. And I think that's what they're going to keep doing, keep teasing it. I think the match between Ray and Dominic should happen at Mania. So I think it's going to be closer to end of the year, beginning of next year when he turns.
Does
If I'm
anybody
wrong,
think that Dominic Mysterio can wrestle,
I don't.
or be in a feud without his daddy?
The only way I'd like him right now if he does finally take the mask and a heel gimmick, and then maybe he'd be a little. I don't buy it. I don't like him. We'll see how it goes.
I agree.
We'll see how it goes. I'm not a fan. We got start with Easy E at the bottom there. Lashley and Theory.
I might go that Cena helps Theory get the belt.
Okay.
And then that sets up an open challenge where Monday night John Cena open challenges Theory for the U.S. title.
He was big for the U.S. Open challenge back in the day.
Yeah.
I dig it. I like that. CJ?
I'm going Theory, but just with no other reason, because I'm picking Theory. No John Cena, no nothing. I'm going Theory, so he has the U.S. title, and he somehow is going to lose the briefcase and just be as U.S. champ for a while.
Doc?
Lashley.
I'm going to go Lashley too, because of what I think might happen later on. Let's just leave it at that.
Oh. Yeah.
Rhonda and Liv. I've said this a million times. I was a huge Liv Morgan fan, but now I can't stand her. Now she's champ. I don't know. It's just so I'm not really looking forward to this match. Neither of them really entice me. Doc, who do you got in this one?
Ronda. I think they give it right back to Ronda. I think they gave everybody their little happiness and their little moment with Liv, but I feel that Ronda Rousey, she's there to be a dominant champion. You know what I mean? She's there. This right here is the test. You're not going to take Liv Morgan and put her over a powerhouse like Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey had a bum wheel. That's how Liv won that match. Liv almost tapped out. I feel that they do this. I feel that Ronda gets it.
I follow that. I agree, but I'm going to take Liv. I don't know how, but they're trying to build her and trying to get her over, and I don't know. I'm just going to
Unless there's a schmoz. I mean,
maybe a schmoz.
Someone comes out and interferes and screws Ronda over. Who knows?
CJ.
I'm going Liv for a couple reasons. One, because if you take it back off of her already, you just fucking wasted, if you want to even call it a push. But I'm going Liv with the help of Natty.
There you go.
Exactly.
There you go. All right.
Because if you listen to Natty on Busted Open, she kind of, gave a little inkling that, she's going to do that.
Super Notch in a bit. Good to see you. Ronda Scow's her to death. Easy E, who's your pick in the women's title match?
What I was going to say. Let Ronda fucking bull her. Enough's enough of this Liv Morgan shit. Yeah, wouldn't kick her out of bed for eating crackers.
Yeah.
But she's not my champ.
All right, gotcha. I follow. This is
fair enough.
A lot of reasons this could go either way, and that's a good thing when you're going to a pay-per-view.
CH Gaming, best question of the night right there.
Cody. Now that Rhea's back, will Rhea get her Raw Women's title at Clash at the Castle in the UK? She's supposed to fight Belair. Good, yeah, good point. We do. I mean, that's the next pay-per-view. So maybe we see some setup for the next pay-per-view based on this?
You would hope so.
I still think this Friday the Drew and Sheamus match doesn't happen and it ends up getting added to SummerSlam. They've been delaying that for so long. I think a number one contender match for the next pay-per-view on SummerSlam makes a lot more sense to me than giving it away on Friday. And I'd also like to see Gunther take on Shinsuke at SummerSlam too. Throw that son of a bitch match in there because I'd love to see that. Gunther.
What the fuck?
Never
mind. Love it.
Wait, did Edward Scissorhand do something with her?
I love it. I love everything about Becky.
So let me get your pick then there, CJ.
Becky.
You got Becky winning. All right.
I'm over Bianca.
I'm going with Bianca. She's not going to do it in 26 seconds, but she's going to redeem the schmoz quick one from last year. Doc?
I feel like RoboCop's going to win.
You got Becky. Okay, Easy E.
I would root for the Cleveland Browns over Bianca Belair. I can do it, man. You ain't the EST of anything. Get the fuck off my TV.
I love.
She was very heelish with that promo Monday, in my opinion.
Everything just drives me up a wall. Ugh.
Girl.
Usos and Street Profits. We've seen these guys fight a million zillion times. I'll go first. Usos defend. Street Profits go single and split up. I want to see Montez Ford single. So I got Usos defending. Doc? I don't see all the bloodline losing their title.
Go back to me.
CJ.
The Usos are the ones, but wait. The Street Profits are up, and we want the smoke.
CJ's going with the new tag champions. Now, this is a unified, so they'll get both of the belts, right?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Easy E.
I am not a Street Profit guy at all. And you guys know that. I don't think that they belong in this category. I think the Usos are the elite in WWE, and I think they are probably the second best tag team in all of wrestling. And I think the bloodline goes over because I don't think the Street Profits have what it takes. So I am.
Oh, that's right. We forgot about the fact that
Jarrett's
Double J.
Referee, yeah.
I didn't even think. You know what? Usos, because I think Jarrett's going to screw. I think Jarrett's going to be Usos.
I like Montez Ford. I like to see what he could do.
I love the Street Profits.
Remember that. Busted open, and they made it clear as day on Monday Night Raw that his face was busted open. And how dare him? And does that play a fact?
I don't know. Hopefully it's a good match. We've seen a lot of these guys mixing it up the last few weeks leading up to it. All right, main event, Roman and Brock. Now, I got to remind you guys of Ray's take last week. Ray said and it's a good point. This is a last man standing match. So what Rey said, he would book it because he wasn't going to be here this week, is that these two beat the piss out of each other, and they are lying in the ring as the count goes. Now, the question is, when you cash in with a briefcase, does the match restart as a different regular match with a pinfall submission finish, or does it continue the way it is? I don't know. So Rey said, the unique way to do it, both men on the ground, don't answer the call as Theory comes out, cashes in, and all he does is stand in the ring to become your new champion. So I'm going to ride with Rey's pick and go with Theory cashing in, walking out as your champion by that weird way. So I say
I like that.
Neither of them win. I love Rey's idea.
I
doubt
that
it'll
a
happen, but
lot.
I would love that to happen. Something
Yeah.
you've never seen before. Easy E. So I'm picking a no contest. I'm basically not going to win this at all unless Theory wins.
This is going to go down as the match of the night. And I hate to say it that way because we know what kind of match they can do. If Brock is terrible looking, he's going to be terrible looking, and we have to deal with that. But I also think that Fox wants money. And
Andrew Dubbs in the house.
And
Says
I
he
think
says
Brock
Figueroa shows up.
wins this, and I think there is no cash in. I think that Brock is standing tall at the end of SummerSlam, and nothing else happens, but you see the greatness of Brock Lesnar.
I love face Brock. I'm so glad he's sticking around. He's funny. He's entertaining. I was waiting when he beat up Theory to pick up the briefcase and go back to the old boombox. But I mean, like, I see it both ways. Just because I'm picking the Theory angles, because it's something so different, I want to see it happen. I doubt it will, but I could see any of the three scenarios. Roman continues his dominance. Brock gets one over, and now he's got both belts. Yeah, I can see a lot of anything happening here. So, Doc, what you got on this?
Roman.
Doc says Roman. Easy.
I'm Brock.
You're Brock. CJ.
I am going Roman. Theory does not try to cash in. Okay, just a straight up. It's Roman. Yeah.
I mean, just like I still see the possibility of him coming out and not being able to cash in for whatever reason, for whoever stops him from cashing in, just so he can hold it longer. I don't know. So up in the air. That is SummerSlam. What else do I have?
Wait. Time out. Wasn't there something with Paul Heyman and Theory at one point?
During that promo,
Theory wanted to have him under his wing or something. He wanted to be a Heyman guy.
There could, Reigns be down and out, and Theory go to cash it in, and Brock and Heyman stops it.
Or Heyman doesn't stop it, and he leaves Roman and goes with Theory.
Yeah.
Another thing I'm really hoping with all these changes, give Heyman some creative control. Let's hear what he has to think. Triple H, come on, man.
Yeah.
I'd love to have Heyman's hands in that pot.
Yeah.
Giving us whatever he wants, because the dude's a genius.
He is.
There's already rumors he could be Hall of Fame next year. Heyman. I've heard that thrown around already.
I'd be 100% on board with that.
Hell yes.
But as his ECW guy.
Yeah.
I want it for ECW. I don't want it for him being a manager. I want it for what he's done.
Well, I hope since they have the WCW and ECW stuff, you definitely got to recognize what he did in ECW and how he really helped a lot of people and everything he's done, man. I mean, name a bad thing that Heyman's done. I'm sure there are some. But...
didn't pay his workers.
Well,
see,
as far as angles, yeah, I guess
that's not entirely true.
That's okay. That could be debated for another time. But that is SummerSlam picks. We covered ROH, and let's get into the Six Senses. This has been our thing throughout. We've had Ric Flair's stables, Ric Flair's matches and feuds, the championships he's held, the managers and who he's managed, the nicknames and quotes, his finishing moves and signature moves. And now we have the preview for his last match, Supercard, and Starrcast coming up in the Six Senses. I'm going to kick it off with a question for you guys before it, though. We're going to get into one specific question I want you guys to answer before we get into that. But first, the Six Senses.
Yeah, they can move to this. Your soul man, they can move to this. It's brand new. Open your eyes and realize it's the new guys. Y'all can make.
All right. Before we get into the preview of Starrcast and the card for that, if I would have told you last year, or 10 years ago, 5 years ago, that in 2022, someone would have their last match, who would have thought? Undertaker's Hall of Fame speech. He's done. Triple H says he's retired from in-ring. And Vince, who would have thought that Vince and Triple H would retire before Ric Flair, technically? So they've had the Deadpool out there where you guess who dies in the next year. Who is the next big name to retire in pro wrestling? I know you think about it, but think, who's the next big name to retire? And chat, you guys chime in too. Who's the next huge name in pro wrestling? Good Mike Lewis in the building. I love seeing new names. Shout out to you guys.
Are we talking active or coming in and out often?
Well, I guess you can include them both. Anyone who can still fight right now and saying they're not going to fight anymore.
Okay, so you're including the Rock in like this.
If he's still going, Blaze McCoy.
Yeah, I think you'd have to.
Okay. Yeah, if The Rock would come on TV and said, "Hey, I'm never wrestling again," that would be a huge next retirement. So, in the retire pool, Rock could definitely be in there. Any thoughts, CJ, on who you think?
Cena.
Oh,
Cena's going straight Hollywood.
So we've had Rock and Cena, definitely the biggest names in pro wrestling history. We got Orton in the chat. Rey Mysterio retiring is another one who his son might retire him. Who knows? But Doc, you have any thoughts on who you think big name that might retire? It's a tough question. I thought about it.
It is. It's a good question.
But who would have guessed?
Shit.
At the beginning of this year, if I said, you know what, Vince McMahon and Triple H will both announce that they're done in ring with wrestling forever. Well, Triple H is still there. That's crazy. It's crazy news. Yeah. Cena, we got another vote for Cena.
I can tell you who's going to retire 2 minutes after
Sting. There's a good one. Yeah, that's a really good one.
Yeah. I can guarantee you I know who's going to retire 2 seconds after Ric Flair retires. The Iron Sheik on Twitter. Just to be
That's going to be a good follow tonight. Yeah. Right, so let's get into this. Isn't just a show.
Clinton, yeah, you're right.
The more I look into it,
retiring.
Well, there's a lot of people that are saying, Clinton, you're the one that says he's going to fight Charlotte as his last match. So I'm going to throw you under the bus right there. I don't think that's ever going to happen.
No, but he's going to do a retirement for it. This ain't his last match.
We'll see. I don't know. I want to believe it is.
Well,
let me believe it is.
Hogan said he wanted to come out of retirement to fight Flair, and Flair wouldn't do it.
Yeah. That's another one. Hogan could come out. He's never technically retired, has he?
I think
he could come into the ring and say, "I'm never going to get in the ring again." That would be.
I thought he got canceled.
You know, you have
he's back already. He's back already.
Are Ricky Morton and Bobby Eaton still wrestling? Aren't they around?
The Rock and Roll Express or the Rock and Roll Express. At least they could retire. That's another good show.
900 years old.
They're actually going to be in West Newton. Just, at RWA.
End of August, right?
Yep.
I might try to make that one. All right, let's talk about more than just the match card. And I have a list I want to rattle off because it's phenomenal. Here, I'm not big on Black Label. You guys know Black Label League?
No, but I love that they're channeling It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Are they? I didn't like
the gang crosses the line. That's a total reference to It's Always Sunny.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. But I mean, you got Josh Alexander in there, James Storm. You got some Takeshita is one of my favorite young stars. I really enjoy. I think he's a big star going forward.
You know who I really like that has reinvented themselves is PCO.
Yeah, when he came back and he's been around forever, hasn't he? What was he? Pierre Louet, whatever.
Pierre Jean Lafitte or something. Yeah.
Something from French fry. There's Shark Boy in there too. How about it? So this is Friday. This weekend's huge. So I just wanted to mention, I saw that match card as part of that weekend.
I've heard of Black Label. I've heard a lot of good things.
GCW with a show on 29th as well. Moxley confirmed for that. Probably a little bit of blood on that show.
Probably a lot of blood.
Music City Mayhem is a New Japan show on the 30th. I don't know what time it would be. If it's in Japan, it'd be a lot earlier though, right? Or is it in? No, it's in Nashville.
It's in Nashville.
That's right,
Dork.
Music City.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I mean, they're going head to head with SummerSlam.
So, yeah, so I was gonna say they're going. Who's gonna watch that?
I don't know, but they got
I
a couple
would
good
imagine
matches.
it's probably in the early afternoon.
Maybe they'll do it at
before
5 o'clock or
SummerSlam.
something.
Yeah.
So Yamura, I don't know who those guys are, but
Fred Yehai, I've heard of him. Yeah, he was a
We
Ring
got
of Honor guy.
a nice 6-man tag match. Let's see what else. I think there's only 3 matches here. There's one of Alex Zane's many matches, team with FTR against the Aussie Open. and
I really
TJP.
like them Aussie Open guys, man.
Impressive. Well, I didn't know who the hell they were when they first showed
Until
up. but
they came to
definitely impressive.
AEW,
Yep.
yeah.
Fred Rosser and former Damien, what was his name? Big Damo. What was his name? He was
in Sanity or whatever.
yeah.
Oh, was that wait a minute. Oh god, Killian Dane?
Killian Dane, yes, sir. Thank you.
All right.
There it is. Pierre Carl
Willett. Yeah.
PCO has come a long way since he was a Mountie. Yes,
He definitely has.
He always got his man like CJ.
All right.
Where's my wiener?
Mark Connors is hurt, so there's going to be someone else taking his place for Davey Richards.
I'm really impressed with Clark Corners.
I hope he gets better.
he did amazing in that.
There's a good Tanahashi and versus Blake Christian. We talked about Blake
That'll
earlier,
be
so
good.
We put together a nice little card for this Music
Yeah.
City Mayhem. And the Moxley versus El Desperado. I'm not really sure. He's a New Japan guy. I'm not really familiar with him. There you go. See, Andy Price is all about New Japan. He's all about it.
Yeah.
He knows all that stuff.
Someone was bringing up the G1 earlier. I don't.
That
want
was
them
I
to
was
think
sure that
we-
was Andy or
No, I don't think it was.
maybe it's Cody. Cody Hagen's big on it too.
I went to the G1 when it was at Madison Square Gardens. It was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm not a big New Japan guy, man. I'm really not. I don't know why.
I've seen more since they have some of the New Japan Strong shows and stuff. It's more available, and I follow their stuff. I always see on Twitter all the Japanese come out. So we're not going to go over all this shit.
No, please no.
Look at all this shit going down. The roast of Ric Flair. I'm really interested in the roast. You have sessions with Renee Paquette. You have podcast. You have meet and greets out the ass. This is weird. Paige, Soraya turning the page. It's $69.99 for that show, just for hers. That's crazy. Matt Hardy's doing his thing. Gargano, Mick Foley has a pod. It's outlandish. It's crazy.
And they're all meet and greets beforehand. Because I was looking at all this stuff, and it's like $150 for the meet and greet and $50 to go sit in the seat. Like the roast of Ric Flair, the tickets I saw were like $150.
I think this could end up being hilarious. I'm not going to get it because I'm sure we'll see all the highlights of the funny shit afterwards. But look at some of the guys and girls that are going to roast him. And this is
It's
just
on Fight. I'll get it.
You got.
Who the fuck is that?
I don't know who Brad Nessler is, but he's the roast master. I'm sure we'll find out a lot about who he is there. DDP is going to roast him, so we'll see what he has to say. I think the best part's going to be Ric Flair roasting them. Tyson's going to roast him.
Oh man, that's
so we get to see a lot of stuff that Mike Tyson says about Ric Flair.
Yes, that's a bit of deal.
We got Bischoff. Bischoff's going to roast him a little bit. I'm sure he'll have some interesting things to say from the past. One of my favorites, Tori Wilson. I don't care what she says. I just want to see her.
Yum.
Tori going to roast Ric Flair as well. Kevin Nash has his own show too that weekend. So we'll see what he has to say about stuff. So the list of people, I'm going to roll through this because there are an enormous amount of people showing up here. Alex Shelley, Arn Anderson, Barry Windham, Velvet Sky, Billy Gunn, Bret Hart, Brian Danielson, Chelsea Green, Claudio, Danhausen, David Crockett, Dennis Condrey, DDP, Eric Bischoff, Gun Club, Jerry Lawler, JJ Dillon, Johnny Gargano, Kevin Nash, Kushida, Lex Luger, Nia Jax, Lita, Magnum TA, Matt Hardy, Matt Cardona, Mick Foley, Miro, Nasty Boys, Nick Aldis, Nick Cage, Renee Paquette, Ricky Starks, Road Dogg, Rock and Roll Express, Ron Simmons, Paige, Steiner Brothers, Swoggle, Teddy Long, Tony Schiavone, Tori Wilson, Tully Blanchard, Tyler Breeze, Vicky Guerrero. Holy fucking
Pear Tree.
Exactly. I mean, that's incredible. All these ladies, they're all going to be there that weekend. If I would ever go to an actual event on a weekend, that would be a crazy one to go to.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the matches and get our picks as we close out
Drum
the show.
Monkey, he is in a wheelchair. Yes, you are.
Yeah,
correct.
and he
We
doesn't
just
look, he has
had
no
him
muscle
for
left.
we just had him for a meet and greet in IWC at Ross Traver.
He was one of my-
Super nice guy, man.
One of my favorites back in
Yeah.
the day, man. I loved him.
Damn sex pills.
So Josh Alexander and Jacob Fatu. CJ, who you got in this? Impact. They got a lot of Impact, NW, all kinds of stuff. Impact.
Josh Alexander.
Okay. Easy.
Well, I like both of these guys.
Yeah, right.
You know, this is a tough one for me because I'm gonna go Fatu.
All right. We got a new Impact World Champion at the event. Doc?
Alexander.
I'm gonna go Alexander too. But yeah, I like Fatu as well. I wouldn't mind either way.
I don't think they're gonna put it on Fatu because he's an MLW guy.
Yeah, exactly.
This is presented as the Horsemen versus the Rock and Roll Express. So you got some youth. You got the old guys in there hanging out too. Doc, who you got going over in this tag team matchup?
I'm going to say Pillman and Anderson.
Okay, he's going with the contingent of the Horsemen. The Horsemen are having I'm interested to see their little thing. They're going to have a panel with all the Horsemen on there too. I'm a big Horseman mark, so I'm interested to see what they have to say. So I want to know what Tully has to say because he's no longer with ROH. I want to know what he has to say. We heard about the ministry, his ministry that he does, everything that kept him from being there. But what is going on with Tully Blanchard? Who knows? Easy E. Horseman or Express?
Horseman, right? This has to be Horseman. There's just no other way.
With the Flair weekend and everything. CJ?
Pillman and Brock.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. Horseman.
Yeah.
So we're all going to pick the same on that one. I'm not going to go against the grain just to go against the grain. We got some people going with Fatu with the change of title, so that's interesting. Should be a good match. This is by no way the order of the matches. This is just how it was listed. Von Erichs, the youth of I haven't seen enough of the Von Erichs. I love the old Von Erichs.
Yeah.
Against the Briscoes. Is anybody picking the Von Erichs?
No.
I figured we can go.
Moving on.
I'd like to see what the Von Erichs can do, though. Let's the Briscoes,
Sure.
Put on a little show. Prove that these guys are they're an MLW, right?
Be the same size as Kevin and Carrie and be monsters. And
are they MLW?
The
Von Erichs?
That I'm
They're
not
probably
100% certain on.
No one's heard about.
Yeah, they might be MLW.
Four-way match here. I picked the guy in the mask for the win.
So, I mean, you got a pretty good chance of winning.
I'll go first. I am a huge Ray Fenix fan. Ray all the way. Doc?
Ray.
E.
One of the other guys. Anybody?
Bandito, didn't Bandito? He was ROH champ, wasn't he?
Yeah,
he was.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I don't care. Let's go Ray Phoenix as well. This one doesn't run it.
All right. CJ?
Ray Phoenix.
So we're all picking the same there. So that one's a wash too. Good. If anything, it should be a wild match.
That's a get up and get a beer match.
Oh man, you're crazy.
Yeah, this one was announced. I'm looking forward to this one. Will Gresham he's scheduled to be there. There's no word that he's not going to be there. Nick Wayne, one of his, I said 4 matches he has that weekend. Alan Angels, who was recently left AEW, and one of my favorite young guys, Take a Shit Up. CJ, who you got in this?
Who's this Nick Wayne kid?
I've just seen him recently. He's really
Is
young.
he the young kid that got signed to AEW or something? Is that who this guy is?
Yeah, I believe that's the guy. He's real young, like teenager.
God, please.
Yeah. With that being said, Gresham.
Doc.
Take a shitter.
Take a shitter.
Yeah.
Easy E. He's looking up Nick Wayne.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have no clue who he is.
Yes, Cody says yes. He's the really young guy.
Was being detained in a bomb threat investigation.
I'm sorry. Alex Zane is the one that has 4 matches. Nick Wayne is the young guy. I had him mixed up.
That's why you were confused.
Yeah, I confused.
I don't know why we're going to deal with Nick Wayne. He was being detained in a bomb threat investigation.
Okay, and
so do you pick him?
No. You're gonna
if he's 16 or 17, I don't think unless Nashville is different, he's not even legally allowed to wrestle yet.
Maybe Nashville's different.
So,
he's been fighting.
PA, you have to be 18.
But I'm going Gresham.
Yeah.
Gresham for CJ and Easy E. And I'm going to go with Doc with Take a Shit. I love it, dude.
Oh, hey,
He's 17.
from my informant,
19.
McBride from the side, he went ahead and said that the Von Erichs are really, really talented wrestlers out of MLW.
MLW. Okay, cool.
So Nick Wayne is 17, and he can't wrestle for AEW until he's 18.
So there's got to be something different in Nashville. Then
Well, it is Nashville, so take that for what it's worth.
I agree. Drum Monkey, Alan Angels is underrated.
Now, is he in it? Did he start fighting for Impact? Am I wrong or no?
He did.
Okay.
Yes.
I thought I saw that too. So that tells you something. Being, leaving it, he got scooped up real quick. So, dude's good. I can't wait for this one. I cannot wait for this match. I really hope it's made like the old Dusty Rhodes Bunkhouse Battle Royal, which we talked about last week. It's basically a street fight battle royal in a cage.
Okay.
Here's the people that are in it. Crowbar, Killian Dane, Brian Miners. I'm hearing stuff about this Sin Bodhi guy. I don't know who he is, but
he's awesome. He's amazing.
Is he?
Yes.
Bully Ray, James Storm. I don't know who Ricky Shane Page is either.
Sin Bodhi was Kizarny in WWE.
Because his name has been bouncing around recently.
And Ricky Shane Page is mostly out of AIW in Cleveland. Another great promotion. Yeah, he's decent. He's very decent.
All right, CJ, we'll start with you. Who takes the Bunkhouse Battle Royal?
It's only these 9?
Yep.
I'm going Bully Ray.
Bully Ray for CJ. Yeah, the idea behind the original one was they did battle royals all through the Great American Bash. The winners of all the standard battle royals fought in this one, which was the street fight. So there was only like 9 or 8 in the Dusty made back in the day. Doc, who you got in the
Bully Ray?
Bunkhouse.
Roadhouse.
Easy E.
Wow, I can't believe Crowbar is still alive.
I love it.
He does a lot of podcasts and stuff too. He's around the community a lot.
Awesome. This has to be set up for one of 3 guys, whether it's Bully Ray, James Storms, or Brian Myers. So my guess is you throw them all there and you go for the cowboy. You go James Storm.
Once again, the theme of tonight's show, and I don't believe it, I'm going to agree with Easy E. I got the Cowboy James Storm winning this. Bully's another great pick. I mean,
yeah.
I'd like to see more of him no matter where he is, man, to be honest with you.
CH, yeah, he is GCW, but I know him mainly from the Indies and AIW and whatnot.
There you go. Amazing Red's old brother. All right. Moving right along, closing it out. Rachel Ellering, Jordan Grace, Deonna Purrazzo, CJ Sensation. This is for the Impact Women's Champion. Knockout, sorry. Gresham and Grace are a thing, right? Aren't they married?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
That was another rumor about Gresham ending up there because she's there.
I'm going to go Deonna.
Deonna for CJ. Doc.
Yeah.
Grace.
Easy E.
Wow, isn't it crazy that we talk about women's wrestling and none of the 3 of these women are even in our vocabulary? And
Deonna's in my vocabulary.
We've talked about Deonna a little bit before, but yeah, we don't talk about these names very much.
Even if you would throw somebody else in there like a Sasha Banks or somebody like that, it wouldn't even bring this match to be even top quality. So my guess is that Deonna Purrazzo and Grace leaves as well. And so you have Gresham and Grace going over to NXT.
So who you picked to win, Purrazzo?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good with that.
And once again, I'm agreeing with Easy E. The world is coming to an end soon. All right, moving right along, closing it out. Final couple matches here. Killer Cross, Davey Boy Smith Jr., CJ.
Killer Cross.
Easy E.
I thought I read the Davey Boys out of this match. But anyways, this has got to be Killer Cross.
Okay. Doc?
Cross.
Me too. So we're across the board for Cross. All right. Couple more matches to go. This one I'm looking forward to if it is the one that's next. the Wolves and the Motor City Machine Guns.
Oh my God, nice
So,
match.
I mean, the matches they've had in the past, and this is for the Impact Dream Tag Rematch, and they put on some great matches in the past. Eazy-E, who you got going over in this?
This could be the match of the weekend.
Amen.
We may be talking about this one for a long time because when these two get together, it's explosive. This will make me get this pay-per-view alone, and I'm going to Motor City Machine Guns. I think I loved them since the first time I saw them.
Me too.
How many years ago, CJ?
Mm-hmm. Oh, a long time ago. In IWC, man, back in the day.
I'm going Motor City as well. Doc?
Wolves.
All right. CJ.
Motor City.
And I kind of, once again, I'm fucking agreeing with Eazy-E. I think this could steal the show. This would be a hell of a matchup. One more match, and it has changed. We do have a replacement for Clark Connors. Yuya Uemura, which was in one of the other matches on the New Japan show, is replacing Clark Connors. I'm unfamiliar with both. I started liking Clark Connors, but I'm going to go ahead and take Ren Narita. Doc.
Ren.
CJ.
Ren.
E.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think they bring in someone as a replacement to go over. That's why I'm thinking Ren ends up winning. So,
Hey, come on, man.
and then the match that it's a polarizing match. Let's call it that. We saw him training with Jay Lethal.
Oh, yeah.
Where Lethal actually begged him for a match, and he said no. I love you, but no, he denied him a match on the card, which led to the attack and all this stuff because they didn't really explain that very good when they showed.
I love the build up they're doing for this.
Yeah. So, I mean, something that people are either loving or hating. They're saying Ric Flair should never get in the ring again because of his health, but he's Ric Flair. He just cut a promo. If you follow him anywhere, he just cut a promo and he cusses so much. He basically said, "I'm Ric fucking Flair. I'm gonna fucking whether you like it or not. I'm gonna walk that out one more time. I'm gonna do my thing. I don't care what people think. I am Ric Flair, so I'm doing it." And I'm like, I agree. Go for it, brother. I wish you the best. I think they're gonna protect him. And then we have the match of all matches, Andrade and Ric Flair versus Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett. I'll keep it simple. Does anyone think that Flair loses?
Yes.
CJ's picking Jarrett and Lethal?
Sure am.
All right. My call, I said what I said last week, and we talked all about, regardless of what you think about this match, you cannot deny the fact that Ric Flair is a legend.
Agree.
My greatest of all time. I put him above everybody.
How about let's speak on the other side of this equation, and that is what the honor that gives Jeff Jarrett, this honor, and building up to your final match. You choose Jeff Jarrett. That's kind of an interesting choice when you could have taken Hulk Hogan. You could have taken, someone bigger.
So CJ picking Jarrett and Lethal, the only way I see that possibly happen is you see that lady in the far right corner there.
Mm-hmm.
She could, have something to do with it. I mean, Flair's last match ending because of a woman doing something. How ironic. He's a ladies' man and all that good stuff. Ball shot to Flair. But my call from last week was Andrade and Lethal do most of the work. Flair does his flip, does his shtick, figure 4 on Jarrett for the win. Another weird thing would be, and I don't know if WWE would let it happen, but if Charlotte shows up in this match to take out Karen Jarrett. Jarrett tries to interfere, and Charlotte shows up just to get her to go away. I don't know if
they already put the woo back in the WWE intro.
It's not out of reality.
Yeah, I mean, that's something.
Jarrett's a promoter now, or he's an assistant at WWE.
True. Yeah. And if Charlotte goes to those guys now, and if it's Triple H making a final decision, say, "Hey, I want to go on my dad's
They're
last
letting Jarrett do it.
Yeah.
So maybe.
And the reason I'd like to give a quick reason why I'm picking Jarrett and Jay. If it is truly his last match, which I don't think it is, you should always go out, in my opinion, on your back.
It's crazy he says that because, I heard the same thing. You start off on your back,
and you go out on your back.
Yeah.
And Ric Flair's still going to get all his flowers or whatever you want to call them. I think to do the wrestling business a solid, Flair should not win.
Yeah, I could see that, but I don't know. If anything, it's gotten people talking about it, whether you want him to fight or not, or whether you want to see the match.
It's his fucking choice. Nobody
Yes,
else
exactly.
is plain and simple.
That's where I come with it. That's where I come with it. So that is a lot of wrestling. I love this poster. Old school poster. How about I had to put that up there. It reminds me of the old Dusty days. And Nashville's going to be rocking this weekend. If you're anywhere near Nashville, let us know what you saw, what you did. If you went there, you partake in any of this stuff. We'll definitely be talking about what happened at that show in SummerSlam. Next week will probably be just a review show where we talk about all the crap that happened this week.
I mean, it kind of has to be with all the shit there's going to be in a review.
Like Linda McMahon might flip out or something, and we might have to talk about that. You never know.
We got to get Shane and Linda in the news somehow.
Shane might have threw Vince under the bus. I mean,
Freddie Khan and Nick Khan could be brother Khans, and we have one force now.
All right, so the way we always end our shows, I knew this would be a 2-hour show with all this stuff, and we'll do one last segment at the end of the day. All right, Easy E at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, the people in the chat have gotten 10 times better. Holy shit, comment. Like, the last one about, where was it? I'm right there. I'm near Nashville. If you fold the maps in New York and Tennessee are closer.
Super Nacho is great. He's gold. Everything he has to. We do that Legion of Dork podcast with him. He's gold when he's in the chat.
Hey, wrestling this weekend. CJ will talk about it, I'm sure, and in the Pittsburgh area. But man, what a fun time! And we are talking WWE again, so I might get 2 words in now. You never know.
You got a lot in. Who the fuck?
I'm agreeing with you too, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Doc, at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, it was a good day. We celebrated our friend down here for his birthday, and like I said, it's going to be a great weekend.
Big fun, packed weekend. You trying to lick me?
If you guys just joined the show, anybody who's just caught the second half, please go back and watch the beginning. We had a bunch of people come in to say happy birthday to CJ, and it was, it almost brought a tear to my eye for real.
It did. I just held it back for me.
And we kept it as a surprise. I think you were genuinely surprised. That's what it's all about. We love you, man. It's celebrate. I've always learned to celebrate the people while you can, while they're here on this planet Earth, man. Let's do that while we can.
Yeah.
That's a message for everybody out there. CJ, at the end of the day.
Really, no.
The dog had to make an appearance.
It's the dog house. At the end of the day, I am so grateful for you guys doing that at the beginning of the show. And it's just a testament to see how that since I've changed my past risky behaviors and done better, that all the rewards I'm seeing and am now able to give that back to others. And also this Sunday at the Ross Straver Ice Gardens is IWC and Northeast Wrestling Superstar Showdown 3. Penta will be there. Kingston, Eddie Kingston.
Cole Carter.
Cole Carter, yeah, I believe so. Yep. It was supposed to be Morrison, but apparently he has an injury that is not allowing him to fly. So if you're in the local area and want to see a damn good show this Sunday afternoon at the Ross Straver Ice Gardens.
There you go. At the end of the day, the other day, I tuned into the Wrestling Mayhem podcast with Sorg, and he had Rev Ron Hunt on. And the Rev Ron Hunt showed his cotton candy blue jean jacket and his photo shoot for his Maximum Male Models.
I love it. I love it.
Prospect. If you notice on your thing, Doc had you put Maximum Male Model Prospect.
I popped for it.
So as I popped in the chat, Tony Kincaid was in the chat, and Sword kept saying Tony's in the chat. Saying I messaged Tony. I was like, "Where are you in the chat? I'm on YouTube. I'm the only one here." And he was like, "Facebook." So I went over and there's people in the live chat, and I started typing. And Sword called me Blasé, and Blasé.
I love it.
And then they quickly turned it over and said, "Well, you have Massé and all." So that's my Maximum Male Model name. is
Blase.
Blase McCoy. When I send in, I got to get a jean jacket like Rebs though if I'm going to do it. So at the end of the day, guys, happy birthday, CJ.
Thank you.
Wrestling's
Thank you. Appreciate
exciting.
all you
Wrestling's
guys.
exciting, and
It is.
all
Happy
the companies. And I'm gonna steal a line from Jason's podcast. Enjoy wrestling, they always say. Definitely enjoy wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great time to be a wrestling fan. Peace and positive vibes, everybody. LTD will be live shortly. Stay tuned. See you guys.